Oh, look at that. I got another letter, everybody.
Oh, how shocking. Who's this one from?
I don't know. It does not have a name. Let me. Ah. Okay. Uh, it seems like somebody is trying to threaten me.
What'd you do now?
I don't know, but there is a human toe.
What?
There is a dead bee.
Is this normal for your group, getting this kind of letter?
I mean, letters, yes. Toes, not.
Those not.
I
This is
mean,
the first toe.
yeah.
This is
Is
definitely
it the first
toe.
toe?
It's the first dead bee as well.
Oh,
And
okay.
there's
Right.
also a letter O.
So there's
Oh.
a toe
Toe
and a B. And
a bee.
What do those have in
An
common?
O. Oh, this is just Tobio.
Oh,
It's a fun little game.
right. Word association.
Does
Word
he always
association.
cut off people's toes to
To
play
sign
games?
his name?
This is a terrible game. What is going on here?
Or was it like from a corpse, like somebody already
Might
did?
have been like a spare toe.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I would be very flattered if it was their toe. But this just appears to be your run-of-the-mill average toe that you can find pretty much anywhere in Telfar.
Those are some pretty long nails on that toe, so
Yeah.
peasant toe probably.
Do we keep the toe?
Oh,
I can just throw it in the next stew.
Mhm.
It's fine.
Okay.
No.
Wait, no, don't put that in the stew. Just get rid of it.
You don't like my toe stew, Amber? I've been
Are you-
putting toes in stew this whole time, and you're telling me you do not like my toe stew?
Oh, no.
I can't do this anymore, Ferric. I'm sorry.
I'm totally fucking with him.
Very well done, darling. Well, Tovio, thank you so much for the letter. Perhaps next time, no toes.
But live bees.
But live bees. Yes, that's the trade-off.
Welcome to Power Word Fail, a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition actual play live show. Starring our fearless crew, Ian,
Ambrose Bussant. I guess I'm a toe connoisseur, I guess.
okay, you're like Quentin Tarantino,
Like Quentin Tarantino.
Who is that?
Andy,
Pickles. I don't know if I'm supposed to follow that up. I'm not a toe connoisseur. Maybe bees.
Austin,
I will be playing Ferric, and I will be changing all of my recipes.
Oh,
Katie,
Julia Rowan, who is very supportive of Ferric in all the efforts, but perhaps no more toes in the stew. Just a thought.
and Nathan.
Atreides, divine from head to toe.
That's the winner. And
Last
as always,
time.
oh. And as always, I'm the dungeon
I'm stepping
master.
on your toes.
Oh my God, don't step on my toes. I'm gonna unleash the bees.
Oh, no.
And as always, I'm the Dungeon Master, Cody. And this is episode 56 of Power Word Fail. Last time,
The failures arrived in Everton and immediately set out to find a tavern. As they settled in to drink, Ambrose spotted a familiar face across the room, Bram, Evangeline's ex-fiancé. Bram proved to be predictably pompous, and the rising tension eventually led to a bard-off between him and Ferric. Ferric emerged victorious, and Bram was thrown out of the tavern in shame, just as he should be. And Atreides attempted to comfort, or possibly convert, Bram as he sat on the streets in the aftermath. Eventually, the failures retired for the evening. During the night, Ambrose was visited by the prince, who offered to restore Evangeline's soul if Ambrose turned Miraz's soul over in exchange. The following morning, Ferric revealed what they learned during their drug trip with Pickles. A few days before, Zorla, along with the Great Serpent, warned them of snake cultists finding a foothold in Everton, and tasked them with seeking them out and destroying the blasphemers. Over breakfast, the party decided to pay their respects to Christopher's mother and set out to find her. She welcomed the party into her home and shared what she knew of Christopher and his father and their relationship to the crystals. She offered to let the failures stay with her during their time in Everton, and the party returned to town to gather their things. After a brief run-in with Brahm, the failures made their way back to the tavern and were suddenly inspired to ask about Oasis. They were instructed to go around back and decided to make their way in through a window.
And that's where we'll pick back up. So, you guys had...
No, you gotta push my butt more.
You're too big for this window. Ferric, squeeze your glutes. Squeeze your glutes.
I'm squeezing, Ambrose.
I'm gonna push him as hard as I can through the window. I'll do a... That's a 6 athletics.
Yeah, he's a little bit big to fit through the window. But, I mean, it just takes a lot of time, some extra time. Ambrose, roll a stealth check, too, since you got so low there.
Okay. Sure. 29.
You see some people that are, like, walking by, and you quickly just shove Ferric in the window. There's a little bit of a thud, and they look over, and you're just, you know, messing with the embroidery on your cape.
Don't mind me.
But yeah, they go about their business, and you stealthily make your way into the room here. You notice as you enter that it smells great. It smells amazing in here. You look around, you see red drapes. There are all kinds of gentlemen-like figures. They're dressed very nicely, sitting around tables, playing cards. They don't even look up as you crawl through the window. In the back corner, near a set of stairs going down, you see a shorter... Well, he's fairly tall for you guys, but he's short considering he's a Goliath. He's wearing some black pants and a white shirt covered in soup stains, and he's just mixing a giant bowl, like a cauldron, over a little fire there on a hearth of delicious looking soup. He doesn't seem to even look up as you guys stumble through the window either. He's just going about his business.
That smells delicious. Is that Poe? Do I smell Poe?
Ferric, you gotta stop with these jokes, man. It's getting out of hand.
Hey, you're not a connoisseur.
Mm.
Shh. And I put my fingers over Ferric's beak.
The shorter Goliath looks up from his soup as you guys are now talking about how it smells so good. And says, "Hey, you know, it smells so good because I'm the master." And then he immediately clocks Pickles, even though she looks kind of different. And he just drops his soup spoon into the soup. And he goes, "Oh, mamma mia, what am I doing? I'm dropping my soup in the soup spoon."
I think he dropped the spoon in the soup, not the soup in the spoon.
Ah, my sister, my tongue is tied. I can't even think. How long has it been since I've seen you?
Honestly, I don't know.
God, I don't know either.
Good question.
We're always so busy with this family stuff. It's not even fun anymore. I don't even know what to say. Come on in, have some soup.
Is it normal for people to come through the window? Because everybody here is like really chill about the fact that we just came through the window.
Yeah, it's totally normal. That's the way we do it around here.
It's a small window, and there's some really big like we had trouble getting Ferric through.
Well, there is the front entrance. But, you know, we don't really like to go through there if there's patrons in the bar.
Gotcha.
Some weird stuff's been going around on here, this town. I don't know if you guys have picked up those vibes.
That's why we're here. By the way, these are my friends. It's,
Hey.
Ambrose, Ferric,
Hello.
Pops.
Hello.
I think he's my grandfather. Is he our grandfather?
I don't think so. I've never met this man.
Yeah, Pops. That's Athalia. Everybody, this is Nico, my brother.
Hey, it's a pleasure. Who's hungry?
Oh, I am so
So hungry
starving.
always. It's such a pleasure to meet more of Pickle's family.
I mean, we just like had breakfast earlier, but like, oh my god, I'm so hungry already.
Well, he walks over to a table and like flips up the tablecloth and cards go everywhere. And he's like, "Get out of here, you mooks! My friends need a place to sit." And he, cleans it off for you and sets out some bowls and starts serving up some soup. He pulls out a big bottle of wine from the special reserves.
Marvelous.
An
What time
AMI.
is it? It's like lunchtime, maybe, right?
Is that a problem?
Not at all.
not
I was
for me,
asking
no.
out of character, but also no. Of course not.
Yeah, it is like lunch, like late lunch.
You
And yeah.
know, I'm almost certain it's 5 o'clock in Mornstead, so I think we should just go for it. Fill me up, please.
But yeah, we saw a dagger not that long ago.
Hmm.
How's that old guy doing?
He
Dagger.
is.
Same old, eh? All
Yep.
business, no fun,
All knives.
all knives all the time.
Mm.
That's our brother. It's a good thing to have a guy with knives in the family, though, I always say. Speaking of which, who wants bread? And he slams out like a big loaf of bread, and he pulls out a big knife. Bread? He points it at you. Bread? Points it at you, Amber.
Of course, yes.
Of course.
Bread me up.
Let's break this bread. Let's slice this bread.
Let's butter it.
Let's get this.
Oh, yeah, let's get the butter. And he walks out to a shelf and pulls out a big, one of those little butter carriers with the lid.
Mhm.
I wish I knew what the name was.
Butter dish.
Butter dish. Butter carrier with a lid. He brings it over. Pulls off the little lid on the butter dish there. Butter for you. And he slathers your bread. Butter for you. Butter for yous. Who else wants butter? Everyone wants some butter.
Oh,
Certainly.
yes, please.
I don't
You guys
eat
got you.
anymore.
What?
Just-
What did you just say? That is like insult. Is my food not good for my own sister?
it's not your food.
Yeah.
I mean, it
Right.
might be your food, but
I thought I was your favorite.
you've never been my favorite.
Yeah, all right, whatever. Fine, don't
Uh,
eat it. It's more for me.
Okay.
How many siblings do you have, by the way, Pickles?
Four.
Oh, okay.
There's Dagger. There's Nico.
He's not.
There's Rocco. And then there's Luca.
And then there's the old man, but he's he ain't a sibling.
That's why I didn't list them. Nico.
I'm just clarifying.
Right.
He is in the family though.
And given
So is
that-
Ma, but like,
Given that I've
Well-
never had children, I think I can definitively say I'm not technically your grandfather, Pickles.
I'm pretty sure this guy ain't related to us.
but I've been
Yeah.
calling them Pops.
It's fine. I accept the
An
grandfatherly
honorific, really.
heir, but
Right.
I don't
Yeah,
think
he
that
is now.
that heir makes you an heir.
Makes sense to me.
Mr. Nico, how
Hey,
did you
what can I do you
come
for?
to be? How did you come to be here in Everton? It seems a rather sleepy town for the Oasis to take much interest in.
Yeah, actually, this is like a historic place for us. But yeah, nothing's going on here much. I'm mostly just here to watch and make sure nothing gets out of hand. I
Like
feel
the
like
dragon?
stuff's been getting out of hand lately, though.
Yeah.
What do you mean
Ferric.
by a historical place for you? In what way?
Oh, well, it goes way back, but Oasis is like, I wouldn't say we're from here. We're not founded here. Like, we're founded in a different city in the Trakari Wilds. But we got our big star here. Our first big break.
How so? What job did you perform?
Oh, it was like a long time ago. I mean, it was before even our father. But it was the heist of Castle Everton. We took it all.
Heist. Will you tell me all about it?
Yeah, it was. I mean, I know quite a bit about it. It was pretty crazy. It was, back then we used to be a little bit more cloak and dagger, even more than we are now, believe it or not. We didn't
Cloak one
even
of your
have
cousins?
That is a good name for a cousin. I'll have to write that down in case I have any kids.
There you go.
Sorry
Sorry to interrupt.
Well, maybe I can give it to Dagger. I mean, that'd be a good name.
I
for
feel
him.
like that's a better name for Dagger's kid. If you named your kid Cloak and Dagger, Dagger would think it
Well-
was about him.
Yeah, he would get a big head, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't be having that.
No.
But I don't want to give it to him either.
Just give it to him.
But it's not even my idea. It's one
Just
of your
get like
guys'
a
ideas.
just get like a dog.
So what's
Don't make
going
him
on with Protect this town?
Pardon me, what was that?
What's going on with this town, by the way?
I don't know. It was a sleepy place for a long time, and then I don't know, maybe 6 months ago, this weird guy mumbles his way into town and starts some sort of weird service where he makes everyone's life better.
Is his name Brom by any chance?
No, I met that asshole.
Scamandius.
He's here every other night.
Hmm.
Scamandius? No, I don't know no Scamandius.
Is it
Inside check.
Who do you mean then?
Yeah, he's this weird guy. He calls himself the Harbinger.
Oh, with a name like that, I'm sure he is a very nice gentleman.
Yeah, he's pretty weird if you ask me, but the people friggin' love him. He can do no wrong.
Is that where everyone goes? We've noticed there are so few people on the streets. Are they attending the Harbinger's services?
Probably so. I mean, a lot of people, they got to work, and they don't like it very much, and they're pretty sad about it. Who wouldn't be? But, yeah, a lot of them probably doing that. I don't know. I've never done it myself. It creeps me out. I don't even really like to talk to the mind carver.
To the who?
I feel like we're skipping a lot of details and going straight for the titles.
That's welcome to Nico.
If you could just give us as much context as possible, that
Yeah.
would be perfect.
Pretend I know nothing about our
You-
family's
you met-
history or anything at all, and
Yeah, because these guys have
The
it.
mind
So,
carver.
right.
You guys said you met Dagger, right? He has a face sculptor.
Absolutely.
We got a mind carver.
Which is
What?
like a face sculptor.
Alter memories.
Alters.
What is
Oh,
a face sculptor?
Great.
He sculpts your face.
Oh, Atreides, that was before your time and a very interesting story.
Well,
that we
not
would
before your
love-
time, like life, but before you met us.
Before you met us. We'd
wait, no,
love
I
to
do
tell you.
recall something. Pickles was catching me up on how you used strong illusion magic for days on end. Is this
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, that lady. She also is the one that told me I'm broken.
Oh yeah,
Right,
Dagger's got the
okay.
weird, creepy old lady, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so
Mhm,
creepy. Yeah, we got a weird guy.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
he's
mean-
a.
It takes all kinds to,
Mm.
run the world, I suppose.
Skip the details once again. What is the Mind Carver doing?
Right now, I think he is taking a nap.
Okay, but what does the Mind Carver do?
In
He
general.
carves minds,
He
Ambrose.
can, he alters your memories. He can change. He can read your thoughts, stuff like that.
Right.
In the Takari Wilds, we name things for their function. So I am a grave singer. I sing at graves. A mind's carver would carve a mind.
Yeah, you get it. This guy gets it.
It's very straightforward.
He refills your wine glass.
And they work together, the Harbinger and the Mind Carver?
No, I
No,
never met
no.
this Harbinger guy
Okay,
before. He's
all
some
right,
really
just making
creepy,
sure.
hunched guy.
They're just both
Where's he
creepy.
at?
Keep up, Ambrose.
Where is the Harbinger? You're throwing just a bunch of random stuff at me right now. I'm trying to figure out.
The Harbinger, he's probably in Castle Everton. He's big fans of the mayor.
Any chance Atreides would have heard of the Harbinger before?
Yeah, I mean, you're from the Theocracies, so go ahead and roll a history check. Or,
Oh, that's good.
Got a 15
Yeah.
for history.
it's not bad.
Nice.
You've heard, I mean, in the last 6 months, that there's some weird guy named the Harbinger in Everton. And he seems to be making everyone's life better. And the people in the capital were happy to hear that, because Everton gets neglected a lot.
So, Nico, do you know the Harbinger of what? That's like saying the prophet. It means, we needed an adjective to know what kind of prophet, what kind of Harbinger.
Yeah, that's where it gets, like, real creepy, if you ask me. He calls himself the Harbinger of Change.
Do you want change here?
Hell no.
No, of course not.
I'm mad that it's changed like it is.
Mm-hmm.
People are weird these days, walking around all glum 1 minute, and then they come back and they're super happy.
You're mad that people are happy?
Well, I don't like that we don't got nothing to do with it. Where's my 10%? I want to wet my beak.
I feel like that's a you problem.
No, that's a us problem, Pickles. You see, the family needs this cash flow. And we can't have some other harbinger of bullshit come into town and start taking our fucking money.
So what are you doing about it?
Well, right now, we're not doing much. I gotta be honest. I'm just making soup.
Yeah, how's Dad feel
We
about
can
that?
see.
Dad, he doesn't really know. Yeah,
It is
I
very
haven't
good
told
soup, for what it's worth.
because thank you very much. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure of mine. I love cooking. It's like my favorite thing. It's like all I do.
Oh, I'm so glad you found a vocation that brings you joy.
Yeah, I mean, this is the family business and all, and I mean, like, I if Dad ever found out that I did nothing, that would be bad. But if he doesn't find out, it doesn't matter, I mean, I guess I'm telling you guys right now because I'm kind of hoping, that you guys might do something about it.
I see.
I didn't want to talk business while we're eating. You guys kind of forced my hand. You twisted my arm. You made me start talking. How was the road, Pickles? How was the travels? What's up with your body? You look weird.
Yeah, have you gotten anything from Jagger at all for the past, couple weeks?
Yeah, I got a couple letters, but you know how I am. I feel like if you read the letter, you have to respond to the letter. And if you don't read the letter, then you can say, oh, I just got it today. It's not even open.
So you haven't read the letters?
I haven't read my mail.
Okay, I died. That was the thing. Died. Dago was not happy about it. But I came
Can't
back.
say I'm happy to hear it.
Yeah, I'm alive, kind of. I don't. Up for debate.
Yeah, you don't seem very dead if you ask me.
Yeah, right?
Except that you don't eat. That is kind of not cool.
I also don't breathe,
Well,
but that's okay.
you don't need to breathe. I mean, I don't
Or sleep.
Right.
Actually.
Or sleep. Yeah. Or
sleep. That is, I don't know about that. I like sleeping.
right? I don't sleep anymore. So that happened.
That's good for the family, though, that you don't sleep. I mean, that's like a whole thing. You could be the watchout. You could be a watchdog.
Yeah, also when I came back, I lost all of my markings, so I don't have any of my family tattoos. They'll probably be mad about that.
Yeah, we should reapply those real quick so they don't notice. I'll keep you secret.
I mean, it's not really a secret. It's just what happened. It's just fact.
You don't want to keep it secret. Well, I guess how could you?
Should I keep it a secret?
I don't think it's around here. It shouldn't matter much. Might matter some places.
Okay. That doesn't help. I guess don't keep it a secret. Anyways, you're getting off topic again.
We're doing that.
Yeah. Since then, I've discovered I've got an evil man in my head. He's actually pretty chill, though, I think. And we released a dragon at some point. That's probably in the letters. I also gave Dag a lot of drugs. That might be in the letters. I think that's it.
Man, you guys been up to a lot. So you guys are behind that dragon nonsense.
No.
I mean,
Perhaps.
In some way, but not really.
He promised
You know,
me a free dragon rides for life.
I gotta say that dragon nonsense is really what sealed the deal with the Harbinger. He made it go away.
He made it go away?
Yeah, he hasn't been back. I don't know what he did.
The dragon was here.
Yeah, it was terrorizing the countryside.
And the Harbinger made it go away.
I have no idea how he did that. I will say that was probably, for me, the most impressive thing that he's done. I get why the people like him for that, but he's been here for a while before that. And they liked him then. He's a weird guy. I mean, I'm not the first to talk about looks. You know, looks, they don't matter much to me. But he has got a weird face.
How so?
It's like a little bit too stereotypical. If I didn't know any better, I would say it was a mask. Or a face sculptor did it to him.
The uncanny valley. Yes, very disturbing.
The valley is most uncanny.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a weird body. He's all hunched.
I resemble that remark.
You carry it well, though.
Thank you. As Ferrex stuffs their face with more bread.
There's nothing wrong with having a weird lumpy body. I'm just saying. He's got a weird lumpy body. And a fucked up face.
So, we are on the lookout for a weird lumpy body and perfect face.
Yeah, I suppose if you want to call that perfect.
At the castle, yes?
Yeah, but you probably can't just waltz into the castle.
How far is it?
Why not?
Why not?
It's guarded.
Do they not allow visitors?
Nah. No visitors.
Well, you've
Then
been
how
operating.
does he make people so happy? You said that they go to the castle.
They go to the Harbinger.
Well, where does he? Where
He's
is
probably at the
Harbinger?
castle right now. But if you want to meet with the Harbinger, you probably want to go to the city square around 9 p.m.
That
And
sounds
he holds court
most-
there?
Yeah, he does his weird job there. I don't know what he does. It's pretty weird stuff, if you ask me. He, people bring him an offering, which is why I'm pissed mostly. The offering, it's like, I think it's like 100 gold. And, once you pay, you're in for life. And then every day you can come back and he makes you happy. It's a pretty steep price.
For eternal happiness, I actually think that's pretty
I
fair.
think that's
pretty
rather
good deal.
reasonable, honestly.
How can
100
we get in
gold.
on this? I can do drugs, I can do liquor, I can do women, I can do food. That's happiness.
But don't you have a mind sculptor?
I do, yes. I could have the mind sculptor offer similar services, but it just doesn't. It's not as I don't know how to explain it. This guy, he can what was the worst thing you ever happened to you?
I died.
You wouldn't remember it.
I saw my parents hung from the walls of my city.
You want to forget?
No.
A lot of people in town want to forget this shit. They had a bad breakup. Their parents died. They fucking lost a game of cards.
You want to
Yeah,
get
stuff
in
like-
on this. Get in on what the Harbinger is performing.
If we can offer this service, sure. I love doing good for the community. But mostly I want the money.
Sound like
Well-
there's a great stream of revenue if he's offering eternal happiness for a flat 100 gold fee.
Right. I'm thinking we change that from 100 to 10, and then it's a reoccurring fee.
Monthly. Yes.
Mm.
That makes sense.
That we would get our money back and then some.
Right.
I hear most services are changing to that business model.
Yeah,
It's
right.
really
It's a good
frustrating.
idea. I heard about it elsewhere myself.
On the consumer side, it is just awful. I hate it.
Yeah, what are you
It's
gonna
okay.
do?
It's okay.
Anybody want some more food? I'm about to bust out the dessert.
Gladly,
good,
I'll
thank
take
you.
some more of that bread. How did you bake it?
Oh, well, I've got my own little hearth over here where I do all my baking and cooking. Look over here. And he's steps up, walks over, he
Oh god.
starts touring around the
Mhm.
kitchen. He's like,
Uh.
this is my spice rack.
Are there any other people here that look disgruntled? Look like they're kind of not vibing with how seemingly incompetent Nico is?
Yeah, the table that he shooed away to give you guys the seat, they're kind of leaning up against the wall, just very subtly elbowing and snickering at each other when he says stuff like that.
Ferric is going to push up from the table. They're gonna, yell to Nico, don't forget that dessert. I will be right back. And kind of walks over to this other group, and is going to say, I need some information.
They kind of shrug. Yeah? What do you need?
Ferric is going to slide over a drawing of the snake cultists that they crappily sketched onto a piece of paper. I'm looking for anyone who resembles this.
He looks at it. And he's just like, yeah, I've seen these weirdos. They like to hang out with that Harbinger guy.
Is there any more that you can tell me about this?
When he came to town, he didn't have any of his little cronies. Now he's got tons of them.
Are
If
there...
I didn't know any better, I would say he was picking them out of the town.
Nobody is filing missing persons reports?
Nico would kind of, or I guess you're talking to this guy. He shrugs and he says, a lot of people forget. It's kind of a painful thing to lose someone mysteriously.
Ferric is going to thank them and slide. Probably slide, I don't know, 10 gold across the table.
All right. So, you looking to make a move? Because me and my boys were a little tired of this.
Ferric will nod.
He'll just kind of like side-eye Nico and be like, just get him to give the call. We'll do what we can.
I appreciate you and your patience.
Yeah,
Hey,
he,
Nico! Where's my dessert?
Well, while you're having that conversation, I would be following Nico around as he's like showing off his spice rack and all that. And I just kind of lean in and say, I'm less concerned with people overhearing me than with being sure that I plant this seed with Nico. But I would say, if you're trying to get in on this this business, trying to offer competition to the Harbinger, I can offer a face and a reason and a vessel through which you can offer your service that's perhaps a little bit more attractive than a weird old man or whatever your mind sculptor, however they might appear. I can smooth that over. However, I don't agree with people completely losing their memories. I think we can soften their tragedy, but I don't want to deny people the journey that they have been through. If that's something you're interested in, we can discuss.
Hey, you're the master. You can do whatever you want. I don't fucking care. As long as I get my cut.
I understand the resemblance, but the master is someone entirely different.
I mean, you do have that, like, master-like face, though.
Oh, thank you, Nico.
Very nice physique.
Appreciate that, son.
You want my ciabatta recipe or what?
Please, yes. The blend of spices that you decorated on top is just perfection. I'll swap my sourdough recipe. I'll give him a little sourdough starter.
Oh, what is this? That is awesome. I'll give you the secret. The secret is the bread is all right, but you really need balsamic vinegar.
Noted. Sprinkle a little oregano along with it.
Oh, yeah.
With a little bit of a...
Well, some people say that tastes like soap.
Oregano, really? Cilantro is usually the...
I don't know. I've
to
been
each
told
their
it tastes like soap. Maybe I'm getting them confused. I don't know. I don't use too much cilantro. So I don't know where I would have heard it.
I would like to investigate the soup that I'm having to figure out what ingredients are inside it too.
Are there any toes?
Not looking for toes, just trying to copy
for
this
toes.
recipe.
Looking for
future.
toes.
28 investigation.
For toes.
You don't find any toes.
Great, I wasn't looking for that, but I'm glad that's not in there too.
We all know Ambrose looking for toes.
Looking for toes.
Let's see here. He's got some noodles. He's got some tomato. He's got onions, carrots, celery, beans. It's like a savory soup, obviously.
I wrote it all down on a piece of paper, put it in my back pocket.
Ambrose, you could have just asked. I'm sure he would have told you.
I was trying to, focus on my palate and my skills to memorize all the spices. So thank
Wow,
you.
I haven't had this much. I haven't had this much interest in my cooking in quite some time. Do you want my recipe for my ribolita here?
Sure, I'll take it.
All right. He's like, I need to. Well, I need to just start my own cookbook.
I mean, that's how you could make money.
Yeah, I guess I just never thought about it. I just do this for fun.
What about a restaurant?
Sounds like a lot of work.
I don't think Pa would let that happen.
But
Of course it is a front. You are
It's
longer
yeah,
than
see,
month.
I was gonna
obviously.
say we do the cold water thing. You know, it's the whole
Right.
thing.
Right, but like if
Indigenous-
you were cooking, I think like that Pa would be mad. Like if you were running the restaurant.
Wouldn't it be a marvelous front, though, if you had an absolutely fantastic, like, destination restaurant?
See,
And
I
then-
think that's a great idea, but Pickles has a lot of good points here. I don't think the old man would like it.
5-star fun
Subscription
adventure
based food. That's the market.
Are you talking about
Monthly
like a
payments.
meal delivery plate?
Yes, but you just pay a low fee, but you're able to go once a month, and you just keep reoccurring.
Man, I wish we had a sponsor right here. This would be perfect.
Call it greetings greens.
Hey, yeah. All right. I mean, I can get this ball rolling, but obviously no guarantees. But it's an idea.
Listen, it seems like you have a harbinger problem, and you also
Yeah.
have an income problem.
Yeah, a bit of one.
I think that we can solve both of those problems.
Can we?
How so?
You lend us some hands to take care of some business that we need to take care of, and we will help dispense of the harbinger and all this unpleasantness.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna want some kind of cut. I was hoping you guys would make the offer, though. So, I mean, well, 50-50.
Anything that I drag out of the harbinger's dead corpse, half of it is yours.
I am mostly interested in coins.
I meant the coins, yes. The
Are
coins
you-
that I drag out of the corpse of the harbinger, of course, yes.
Okay, now if he's got some coins in there, I will take them. I don't know why. I've heard crazier things. One of the hunters just found like 5 gold on a wolf the other day.
Was it in a pouch or in its body? Never mind, don't tell me.
So,
I
what are
mean,
you guys thinking here? You want to like assault him at the gathering? You gonna sneak in the castle?
I'm gonna investigate first.
the less you know, the better.
Yeah, that's right. That's a good point. What's that called? Plausible deniability.
That's right.
That is what they call it. Is there anything else you can tell us about the Harbinger that will aid us?
Strange out of towner, been here about 6 months, weird lumpy body, weird face, like making people happy. He seems to know a lot for someone who's only been here for 6 months. Like, I don't know if he's like a historian or what, but he seems like he's like one of those guys who like knows everybody, knows everything about everybody. Like, if I didn't know any better, I would say like he was the mafioso or something. Like, He's a real creep. He even knew stuff about me, but not everything.
You know. Can you tell us?
Yeah, he knew my name, which was really freaky. And he knew where we hung out, which was pretty creepy as well. But he didn't have anything on us. He doesn't know shit as far as that goes.
Well, that's good because then you'd be in a lot of trouble.
Obviously, but he did make some like veiled threats, like, "Hey, I know your name, I know where you are. Don't fuck with me. I won't fuck with you." I said, "What am I doing that needs to be fucked with?" And he said, "I don't know, but I know you're up to something." I'm like, man, this guy knows a lot. I'm a pretty unassuming guy. And I don't really go anywhere. I just kind of hang out here.
All right. Well, thank you for this late lunch and the wine.
You guys aren't staying for a dessert? I got pudding.
Oh, I'm definitely staying for some pudding.
All
I
right,
am
we'll
sorry,
stay for
but I
pudding.
need this pudding.
All right,
Looking
here, let me
forward
go
to it.
get it. And he brings it out, and it's like a strawberry pudding.
I don't touch it.
Hmm.
It's good.
I just don't like strawberry. Sorry, guys.
It's canon, folks. Ambrose doesn't like strawberries.
Does not
Writing that
like
down in the
strawberry.
notes.
That's gonna come up so much later. It's gonna.
He's gonna drive me
Plot point.
nuts.
It's gonna be a whole thing.
You have to go through this field of strawberries.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of strawberries.
Just not a fan.
On Ambrose's finger, Miraz clocks that Ambrose doesn't like strawberries.
Adalia will definitely eat dessert. Nika, do you have, I'm sorry, some sort of likeness or a person who can draw sufficiently who has seen the Harbinger by any chance?
I'm not much of an artist, but I could give you a little picture here. He pulls out like some parchment and a pen and quill. Like, all right, so he's got weird lumps, hunchback,
Lumpy,
gross
hunched
feet.
body, very gross,
feet.
with a
Weird.
mask face.
Yeah, gross hands. He wears like weird gloves or something. I don't know.
Hmm.
They're like feathery. And,
Feathery gloves.
yeah. And he wears like a feathery, what do you call that, collar around his hood there. Yeah, let me, all right, need some feathers. He's like scribbling. And I mean, it's not a particularly good drawing, but you get this, image. He's like a weird, hunched,
Feather covered dude.
yeah.
Feather covered dude.
Looks more and more like Ferric.
Sure.
Had some Ferric. Had a beak. Make him taller.
All right.
Oh, bro, is there a library in town? I think Ambrose has needed to look up something or something.
A public library? No. But there is quite an extensive library in Castle Everton.
Okay, so break into the castle.
Oh, multiple reasons to break into the castle then. Marvelous. All right. Nico, do you especially object to magic? I know some people here in the theocracy are a bit weird about that.
Pardon me, I'm sorry. I was doing something real quick. What was that?
Oh. I was merely asking, do you have a particular objection to magic? I know. Marvelous.
Do whatever you gotta do. Now that you bring that up, a lot of the people in town here don't really care that much about magic. I think that's, one of those things that's mostly back on the more focal part of the country.
Certainly. Marvelous. Well then, and Adalia is going to pull out the mirror and cast Scry on the Harbinger.
All right.
So, it's a DC 18 Wisdom saving throw. The Harbinger gets a +5 to that, so, but because I now have a picture of them, they get a -2. It's actually a +3 to their save modifier.
So DC 15, essentially.
All right.
Yeah.
+5, -3, or -2, +3, yeah.
Yeah.
16.
Fail!
Well,
Alright.
plus 3 is a 19.
Plus 3 is 19.
Oh, plus 3 is 19. Yeah, no, that passes. Damn it. Okay.
Yeah, I guess your mirror is all cloudy.
Okay. I can't do anything about that for 24 hours then. Well,
What the hell is that?
it's a failed attempt. My apologies, Nico.
No apologies. Easy come, easy go.
Mm.
What is it?
It's a mirror that allows me to peek in on people.
Damn. That's
Hmm.
handy.
It is, you know, it has honestly, though it hasn't proved as handy as I would hope.
Well,
Most of the time it hasn't proved specifically useful. But
it doesn't work sometimes.
sometimes it doesn't work.
That sucks.
Mm-hmm. It depends
You
on
want to sell it?
No.
But it doesn't work all the
No.
time. It's not even the, you could pass on it. It doesn't, you're not even using it.
I am using it. I
Yeah,
use
but it
constantly.
fails all the time. Money is
No,
all
it
it works.
No. This is
It
one
fails
of the few...
more than it works.
No, that is incorrect. It
I think
works...
that's what you said, though.
Nico, stop trying to rob my friends.
Hmm.
It's a fair deal. I got a lot of money.
If you are not crystal born, it will burn you to a crisp.
I could get a crystal born.
There, crystal born here. Now that you mention it.
Yeah. There's a couple.
We haven't seen any.
There's not a lot of them. But they're out there.
Hmm.
I think that there's like a family that has a crystal born living with them up in the or down in the rat's heap.
Hmm.
That's the shit side of town, if you didn't catch my drift.
I am also from a shit side of town, so that isn't a terrible concern. How are they received here?
Hmm,
The crystal
fine.
born listeners.
No big deal. We did have like a weird thing for a minute where they were like I don't want to say being shipped off, but they were being shipped off.
Yep. Okay. Do you
You
know,
know,
who was shipping
we don't-
them off?
Yeah, Mayor Wormley. I'm pretty sure he was the one behind it.
Mm.
But it was like I looked into it, and it was like pretty what's the word I'm looking for? Shady, but like government shady? Classified.
Institutionalized, yes. Understood.
Mayor
But yeah,
Wormley
that was-
is the mayor here in Everton.
Yeah, he lives up in Castle Everton with his fucked up fam.
And
in
the
the Harbinger.
Harbinger.
Yeah, he's like the fucked up uncle that they never know they wanted.
Hmm.
Well, gotta go pay a visit there too.
But
Are they
yeah,
gonna
it
kill
was
the
like
mayor? No,
I don't know. It was like a standing order there for a while. That's why a lot of the crystal porn that are left are down in the rat's heap.
Mhm.
It's easier to hide down there. But yeah, these days it's fine. I see them in the city more and more.
Great.
I don't know why or what, but it seems like the money dried up. If you catch my drift.
How
We killed
long
that
ago?
dude.
Yeah. We killed someone who was sort of trafficking in crystal porn.
Mm. Well, good on you, I guess. Would have been better if you could have cut us in.
Mm.
I've got a whole bunch of that dust.
crystal-born dust.
Yeah, I got it for a really good deal.
Right.
It was a steal, if you could say.
Okay, we should probably go.
Nico, you shouldn't talk about dead Crystalborn
Adalia's
to my
hands
friend
are kind of
Crystalborn.
like-
It's bad
but-
manners. Like, what are you doing?
I
Kinda
don't know.
smoldering.
It's not like I killed him.
Mm. I'm sure
I mean,
that
that's-
is.
That's fair. I took him.
It must be very comforting to absolve yourself of guilt in that way. And Adalia's hands are like glowing like embers in a fire.
Well, I guess I won't push my luck. I was gonna say you're welcome to it if you have the funds.
You want me to pay for the remains of my kin?
Well, I mean, I don't want. You don't have to. I'm not making them.
Hmm.
Resources are resources.
Okay,
You know.
Mr. Nico, thank you for lunch. I need to be outside right now.
All
Okay.
right.
All right. Goodbye. Adalia's like plowing her way through this crowd out into the bar, absolutely not paying attention to the fact that they're supposed to be incognito. She's just going out as soon as she can.
Ferric will scuttle after, attempting to diffuse.
And he shrugs and says, "Look, if you guys want other parts, I can get other parts. I mean, I can get you guys want another leg or an arm? Like
Nico, you just
Doesn't have to be crystal-born. I could get anything."
like one like modicum of class, Nico, would just be just like one little bit. Even I know better than that. I mean, I don't, but I've learned.
Well, I guess I tell him I'm sorry if I offended.
You did.
I from my philosophy is that as soon as you're dead, you're an object.
Don't try to sell cannibalism, Nico.
I'm not saying you eat it. There's all kinds of uses for this junk.
Like what?
You ain't never heard of a necromancer?
It's dust.
Oh, yeah, the dust. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. It was a steal. I stole it.
I got that.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Okay, well, I guess we're gonna leave because I don't want Adalia to.
Well, just to
Put
want you to
down the
know
bar.
you're always welcome here, Pickles. You can come by any time and see your favorite brother. I've always got something on the stove or something in the oven.
I think it's time to leave, guys.
I mean, I
Stick-
don't eat
stick to
anymore,
cooking,
but thanks,
Nico.
Nico.
It was a pleasure to meet the rest of you. I guess you can just go out the front, seeing as how you already did. It'd be more suspicious if you didn't at this point.
I pat my mouth with a napkin, put it on the table. Way too over-seasoned. Thanks. And I leave.
It's not true. You just made him mad. Well,
That
I'd
goes
give
for
you
both of us.
I'd give you a hug, but it would hurt, so I'm not gonna do that.
That hurts.
I mean, do you want a hug? It's gonna hurt.
I don't know. I guess I don't. What do I know?
Okay, I'm gonna give you a hug, and it's gonna be super painful.
I'm a pretty tough guy.
She's just gonna go over and give him a hug.
All right.
Oh, and only do 3 necrotic damage, so not too bad.
Wow, that definitely stings. What's up with that?
It's the whole I died and came back, no eating, no drinking, no breathing. I also now hurt when I touch. There's a whole bunch. I can also do magic, and she creates good berries.
All right.
She
I
just
like
puts them on the
good berries.
table. Yeah, you could have these. So,
All right.
I don't think Pa knows because I told Dag not to tell him.
Your secret's as safe as it can be with me.
Yeah, but it's probably not with Dag, so Dad probably knows. So If that asks, don't lie because you'll get in trouble.
Yeah, well, I'll just say I didn't check my mail.
But you saw me now.
I didn't notice nothing.
Incompetence. Yep, that's the way to go. Okay. Well, we might be back. Probably not, because you offended everybody but Atreides, I think.
I thought I was a very good host.
I recognize the complexity to some issues, but you should not try to sell drugs of a crystalborn to a crystalborn. That was tasteless.
I suppose so. I guess. I just, I don't really see it as that big a deal. But, I guess you guys do. To each their own.
It's cannibalism.
Like I said, once it's been processed, I consider it separate.
All right. Bye, Nico. It's been good.
I didn't feed you guys people. Stop thinking that.
I wasn't thinking. What? What was in the soup?
It
No
was
toast.
carrots,
It's
and
carrots.
onions, and celery.
It's
Not
good.
people in parts like you've been talking about. Well, I didn't
No.
eat it, so I didn't. Okay.
There was no gold in the soup either. We talked about gold.
Well, yeah, you wouldn't waste that.
Nico,
People
I may
bots
come
are
back
gold.
and find you later. I appreciated your food. We can talk at greater length.
Hey, if nothing else, I'm good for that.
All right, we're gonna go murder some people on your behalf.
Right. And remember, 50% of whatever comes out of his body.
I mean, I never agreed to that. So,
I believe that was the open deal. You guys were all here.
I don't even got the family tattoo. No deals are permanent. Have a good day, Nico. She's gonna get up and
Yeah,
start
Shaylee's
walking her
all
way
walking
out. Maybe I'll drop off some money.
Yeah, you see him kind of rally his men once you guys start leaving. He's like, all right, gather around, you idiots. And then you guys leave.
Adalia is out in front of the tavern, firebolting bushes, and then druid crafting the fire away. Just expending anger and then pulling it back so it doesn't actually damage anything. All right. I am Kolma. I feel like I am so tired of people trading in the suffering of my people, but I also feel like whatever is going on in this mayor's mansion is objectively bad. I could use some perspective. What do you think we should do?
I think that you are right to carry your anger. Let's just burn the castle, not the bushes.
Right. Adalia will druidcraft the bushes back into being more thriving than they were before she burned them.
Now, burn the
Fair.
castle, that's a bit of an undertaking. Let's start with the Harbinger and his cultists, waiting for them at the marketplace. Yes, that place will be less defensible for them.
It will be a calculated risk that they make. We must observe first.
Agreed.
It's 9 hours away.
We've got some time to
Gear up.
slowly gear up to scout the area. I feel like Ambrose would probably be best at that. Adalia and I can get a read on the people, the city. Ambrose can check for tactical positioning, figure out the lay of the land.
That leaves you and I, Pickles.
What are we good at?
Drinking?
I can't do that anymore.
We
Ferric,
could,
you're good at gossiping. You're good at gathering intelligence from the human element.
Let's go find Bram.
Yeah, I'm gonna go kick Brahm's ass.
Be gentle with the poor lad.
I'm good at that.
Yeah,
Adalia's
Pickles is
gonna.
great at being gentle.
Adalia will kiss Varric and say, "You don't need to be terribly gentle, darling. Whatever you need to do."
Don't kill the man.
Maybe we could check out and get some
Alright.
gear too while we're out.
Aye.
Sounds good.
We don't have any money from here.
Oh, I do.
They don't seem. Oh,
Well,
let's
Truly's
try
does.
this.
Although,
Probably before we ran out for my brother, we probably should have asked to like trade some more instead gold for
I mean,
bureaucracy
might have-
gold.
Absolutely no offense meant, Pickles, but I can't go back in there.
I can
Oh,
go
he's a
back and-
dick. It's just Nico.
Yeah.
I don't remember a lot, but I remember he's a dick.
If you want to exchange currency, you'll have to do it on your own. But I do have some if you want to try.
I'm
I mean, how
comfortable
much
enough
money
doing
do
that.
we want?
Adalia has 1,200 gold
Yeah, I have
right now.
Jesus.
8,000.
What?
You have 8,000 gold?
What?
Did I miss something somewhere? I might. Should I have 800 instead? Did I?
I'm
That's
gonna
your
start calling you Pops now.
I
Yeah.
have no
Yeah,
idea. I've got
subscription
8,000.
fee. There's a
What?
subscription fee in our party. So
Right,
you have
right.
to pay in for a little bit as well.
Yeah.
No, yeah, you're loaded. You're ex Ordamalian
Oh, yeah,
high
you're, like,
ranking.
Okay.
Yeah.
As long as I didn't make a clerical error. So I guess most of my money would be Ordamali anyway. So
Perfect.
I can divvy up like mine among the group, so that we all have some more
Sure.
local currency.
You're so generous.
Damn,
Damn it.
that's crazy amount of money.
That's so much money.
Even the noble is speechless.
Like I got that for my like school graduation.
Oh,
That's
fuck
crazy.
you. That's a terrible thing to say. Great. So we don't need to worry then about. We can just say that we've exchanged
Mhm.
our Mornstead currency.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah, just say like whatever you have that's more instead, I'll hang on to that now, and I should have a little of my own Ordamali left over.
You got your own exchange rate going on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was just gonna start charging as a percent.
Right.
Did you not learn
in
anything
piety,
from
not
me,
in
Piety?
gold.
More sense worth more anyway. So
All
Very
right.
nice.
So shopping and recon and beating up Brom.
Perfect.
All right. So, I suppose you split up and head off into the city. I suppose we'll start with the shopping real quick. That seems like a pretty easy enough, real quick, before the end of the episode.
I'm assuming I can find
Oh.
any like mundane equipment from like the player's handbook.
Yeah, up in the market district here, you would get pointed from anyone who you'd ask that it's in the northern part of town. You're already in the market district, actually, because that's where the Steer's Head Tavern is.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
can
I
find
would just,
basically anything you want. I know that one of your companions would know that Vilvanus recommended a dwarven magic item salesman in this
yes,
town.
that's where I'm heading to.
I'm
just forgot.
trading up to plate armor. Can I resell my chainmail at like 70% or whatever the D&D standard is?
Yeah, 70 sounds fair.
Okay. Figure out what
Is there any chance I could get a +1 shield or even a +2? Anything above the standard shield, essentially.
Yeah, I think so. From this guy, you could. He's pretty much the main magic item salesman. He doesn't seem to be afraid of the law in that way. A lot of people
Excellent.
are selling normal stuff.
I'd love to talk to the dwarven magic item dealer about
Mhm.
getting a amped up shield.
So you head over that way. You see Gorvis's Emporium. And it's got a big hammer.
Orvis's Emporium?
Yeah, the logo is a big hammer that's like sticking out of the ground. It's like huge, and it says Gorvis's Emporium on the side of it.
Mm.
It's like next to the door.
Yeah, this looks promising.
They're coming to get us.
Don't go to
Ferric
Corvus's.
pushes open the door. I would
Just
like
the
your
doorbell.
finest Gorvis's.
Well, there's only one here, but he's not for sale. What can I get you otherwise?
I'm actually just looking.
That's okay. We get all kinds of folks like that. Feast your eyes on this.
And he pulls out a big, giant, like, great sword.
Oh,
Just
Ooh,
forged it this morning.
it's pretty cool.
marvelous. Congratulations. Vilvanus sent us.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Did he
Hello.
tell you that he owes me money?
He didn't, but that doesn't seem like him to mention such a debt. Don't you think?
I guess not. It's not really on you guys, is it?
Hmm.
Mm-mm.
I thought that you were bringing me the money.
Oh, unfortunately, no, but we would like to spend some money.
That's almost as good.
Almost as good. Marvelous.
Does it count towards Vilvanus's debt?
No.
Fair?
How
Oh, no.
big is Vilvanus' debt? Like, what are we talking?
He owes me.
He like pulls out a abacus and he starts flipping it around. He's like,
I would say he owes me about 10,000 gold.
Ooh.
Wow.
Mm.
Well,
Well,
we
commission
are
some of your
not-
pieces. So.
We're not looking to spend that much.
Mm.
Yeah, he asked for some crazy stuff. I don't know. He never paid me back.
We will be certain to let him know that the debt is outstanding. In the meantime, I am looking for a shield that is somewhat enhanced. Do you have anything of that nature?
Let me take a look in my inventory.
he runs into the back and you hear him like slamming stuff around. Let's roll some dice in the dice game.
Let's do it.
He walks out.
I most certainly do.
Marvelous.
I could do it for friends of Vilvanus, 2,000 gold.
What would I be buying with my 2,000 gold?
A +1 shield.
And he slides it forward.
Hmm.
It's got his face on it.
Incredible.
Get that out. Don't worry, Vidalia.
Thank you.
Emblazoned with the finest. Enchanted with the darkest, most powerful.
Mm,
Ooh.
I see.
Nah, I just sent it off to some guy who enchants my stuff.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, so you forge the metal, but you don't enchant it yourself.
Right.
I see.
A lot of cowards in this town who are afraid of magic.
I see.
They don't seem to care that I do what I do, but they don't want any trouble with the law. Like we ever see anyone.
And he kind of looks at you, Atreides, and he's like,
Oh, you're not from the
Formerly.
capital, are you?
Formerly.
Oh, excellent.
No official
Can I interest you in a greatsword?
I actually was wondering if I could commission a piece. I don't know.
Oh,
I understand it may take a number of days if you have to outsource the enchantments.
yeah, it might. Just depends on what you're looking for.
I hold out my my war hammer. I sling it off of my back, and I say, I'm wondering if you can either take this or make something like it that will that I can throw. Turn this into a throwable weapon.
Oh. He like looks at it and he starts taking down some notes. He's like,
Yeah, I could get a throwing hammer just like this made.
And
I
it
could
would
get it
still be as
enchanted.
strong and as large as this one, not just a little.
Oh.
Like,
Wow. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I could do something like that. You'd have to be.
and he kind of looks at you again. He's like,
Oh, never mind. I think it would work out.
right.
It'd have to be pretty strong.
Now, just while we're imagining this, suppose you also add enchantments where I can imbue it with lightning.
Oh yeah, I like where this is going. I think that I could augment this one you have here with a thunder crystal.
I like the sound of that.
It would do some extra thunder damage on impact.
Sounds wonderful.
Just a little shot. They're kind of expensive though.
I understand. What are we working with?
Let me look.
he pulls out the abacus.
I imagine he's just like shaking it, coming up with random numbers.
Right.
Do.
While he does
Let's
this,
see.
Pickles is just gonna go through shit on the shelves.
Perfect. And also, while he does this, Adalia is casting Eagle's Splendor on herself as part of enhance ability.
Nice.
Let's see. I could do it for. So you say that it could be this hammer.
It could be this very hammer. Take it, upgrade it, both throwable and thundering. Perhaps a small discount for doing multiple enchantments on the same item.
I was thinking it would cost more for doing multiple enchantments. Okay.
Of course you are.
I could do it. I could make it even returning. How would you like that?
Oh, no need. Perhaps
What?
a discount for not including that detail.
Why wouldn't you want that? That sounds like a really cool thing.
It does sound pretty cool.
Okay. Well, I guess if you don't want that, that would save me some resources. Thunder crystal, augmentation, minor forging alterations to your hammer to make it more throwable. I think I could do it for 700 gold.
That little?
Well, I already have the thunder crystal, and you already have the hammer.
Make it returning too. Definitely add that in. It's cheap.
No need to add that. Deal. Deal, and I'll put an extra 100 down toward Vilvanus' debt.
Oh.
Wow.
You haven't even. Oh, okay.
You know, I respect this guy. He's
I
gonna throw a
imagine
huge
we
hammer.
we can do
He's gonna
business
throw
in
a
the
huge
future. It's a investment in things to come.
Ah, it's kind of like praying.
Mm.
So yeah, just leave that here. I could have it done tomorrow if I get to work now.
Excellent. I appreciate it. And then at some point I'll buy like a normal mundane Warhammer to take its place for the interim time.
Oh
You can
yeah.
borrow
I'll just do
mine.
that. Oh, thank you.
It's broken, but it works.
Damn it.
All right.
You got
Alright.
any really weird shit
Yeah,
Really
what's your
weird.
weird shit? What's
or
your
cursed
weird
shit?
Yeah, cursed shit.
The discount pile that nobody wants because they don't understand.
Mhm.
Weird magic items.
Do you have a rock that screams?
Why would you want a rock that screams?
Why wouldn't you
For
want
fun.
a rock that screams?
I kind of had that already.
What?
I pull out my magical tinkering of that one beast that was screaming. I had it recorded for 6 seconds. If you want it, you can have it.
I thought you were talking about Miraz.
Oh shit.
I do have something that's kind of interesting. It's called the Fiend's Bane handkerchief. And he holds it up. Ooh.
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 The last creature that blew their nose on this was a fiend.
Wow.
How much?
How much? I could let it go for 200 gold.
Oh, come on.
But it is cursed.
Well, you told me that, then I think it should be like 100 gold.
50.
No, 200 of those I can go. I'm already letting it go for cheap because it's cursed.
I'm gonna insight check that. Please save.
Yeah, roll an insight check.
23.
You don't think it's actually cursed.
Definitely cursed.
Come on. We're giving you good business. Level with us.
All right, what about 100 and you don't tell me what it does?
Well, I suppose it's a 150.
Deal.
Here you go.
Here's your handkerchief. There's a big, like, greasy blotch on it.
Gross.
That's where the fiend sneezed.
This is gonna be a cape for Pokey.
Oh, how marvelous.
I'm actually looking for a specific magic item too.
Oh, well, I could always take a look at my stock. I've got,
Something for reconnaissance. Specifically the helm of telepathy.
Helm of Telepathy.
Don't you already have like a circlet of something?
Got the intelligence band.
Yeah, you have a head
I want the
thing
helm
already.
of telepathy. You can still put a helmet on with a circlet on your head.
Can't. I thought you were limited to one head item.
I think you have one head item per person.
It's like
Is it?
rules as written versus how the physiology of a head actually works.
Yes.
Hold on, give me a second. I don't think the helm of telepathy even requires attunement.
But it requires a head.
It does require a head.
Does it really? You can only choose one or the other?
I think so.
Yep.
The only thing you can double up on is rings
Mm-hmm.
and amulets. I think.
Hold on, there
I
is a
think you can
ring
have
of
two
You can
amulets.
layer
mind reading.
necklaces for
Yeah.
sure.
Makes
Give me a
sense.
second.
Oh, wow.
There's a coin.
I gotta be honest with you. If I had one of those, I don't know if you guys would have enough money for it. They seem like they're very, very expensive. Jesus.
Well, just I'd like to see everything that you have then.
All right.
Yeah, he takes you through. He's got.
You're interested in what did you say? Sneaking around?
Gather intel.
That's what you said. I've got some armor here. Studded leather armor of Chirapto. You can hear extra good while wearing it.
No thanks.
It gives you advantage on perception checks to hear.
Ooh,
That's
actually,
nice.
that is kind of good. How much is that?
Let me take a look.
He pulls out his abacus.
Oh, well, it's gonna be be a little pricey. Because it is also enchanted. About 15, 18.
I'll pass.
All right.
18 gold?
1800.
Oh, jeez.
Mm.
How much for the abacus?
They're pretty cheap. I think you could get them for like 20 gold.
But how about your abacus?
Mm.
Well, mine's not for sale.
Oh, come on. Everything's for sale.
But I need mine.
Yeah, well, okay, whatever.
I'll tell you what, I'll sell it to you for 50 gold.
Ah, I don't even want it.
Damn it, abacuses are only like 20 gold.
Mm.
I was just gonna go buy another one.
I'll buy a +1 crossbow. Hand crossbow.
All right. +1 crossbow.
What's wrong with the hand crossbow that I gave you?
It's not magical, and I don't have time. Sorry.
What is that you're mumbling to yourself? You want me to augment your crossbow you already have? Because that's
No,
a thing
not
I
that.
can do.
I'm just looking for an already magical hand crossbow.
Oh yeah, right, an off-the-shelf model.
Mm.
I've got one here for 1,300 gold.
No.
I'll throw in 5 + 1 bolts.
No.
You are
Thank you.
crazy. This is the best deal you're gonna get in Everton.
I pull out my heavy crossbow that has revolving rounds on it. I think I'm fine. Thank you.
Do you want some +1 bolts?
Price.
Pulls out the abacus.
If you get more than 20,
I would like to read his abacus to see how much is actually worth that he's compiling together. And yes, I have seen people use abacus in my.
If you
Life.
get more than 20 of them, he'll only charge you 50 each.
Mm.
anything less than that, and I gotta do full price. But a bulk deal.
So I have to buy. That's a lot.
Think about how many you fire in a battle. They're magical, so they're less
1,000
likely to
gold.
break.
I don't need any. Oh yeah, that's true. They don't break up. I use.
They do not break.
Yeah, so just get like
Oh, you
5
know
or
what?
6.
I think that magic crossbow bolts have a chance to like something
Fail.
happens with them.
I already have magical cross. Like I don't need any ammo. So
But if you do use a +1 bolt, you get another +1 to hit. On a hit, the ammunition becomes no longer magical, but it doesn't break.
no, thank you.
You're crazy! These are the best bolts in Everton! I call them the Blue Whistlers.
Why?
They're blue feathers, and they whistle.
Oh.
Mm.
It's a cool name.
Well, thank you, Corvus.
You don't want anything else?
Can you make a short sword sheath that would make it so anything inside of it could not talk to you psychically from inside of it?
Got a sentient blade?
Yep.
Yeah, I can do that. That's a interesting job. I haven't had to do something like that in my life.
Should we sell
He likes to talk about carrots.
Should we sell Pokey
Mm.
to this?
I would
This-
probably have
No.
to send it off to my guy,
Send the blade off to your guy?
the sheep.
Oh.
How
Because
long
I
would
don't
that-
have any augments to do that. That's like a special enchantment.
Mm.
How long would that take?
If I send it off top priority, I could probably get it back by the end of the week.
Are we gonna be here that long?
I mean, it is Wednesday.
That's true.
What does that have to do with anything?
I mean, end of the week. It's not a Monday. It's not closer to the.
Mhm.
It's it's closer to the end of the week than.
I mean, that's true. I'm talking like Sunday.
Oh, Sunday. Oh, beginning of the week.
I consider Sunday the end of the week.
I've
Is
seen
it Sunday the
calendar.
beginning of the week?
It
I
depends
mean,
on the calendar you use.
I have to work
Very
on
nebulous.
Mondays.
Oh, I hate Mondays.
Yeah. Well, it's okay for me. It's Forge Day on Monday.
Mm.
How much money?
How much money?
Well, yeah, I
500 gold.
Oh yeah, I'll spend that, and that's worth it.
For a scabbard, okay, yeah, we're talking. That's a good deal for me.
I mean, you gave me the handkerchief with snot on it.
That's a real magic item.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, you don't get to find out what it does.
No, I don't. I totally don't have anybody that could do that either.
I can do it for 100 gold.
Yeah, I'll just play with it until something happens.
Well, good luck with that curse.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
I hope so. It's not really my problem, frankly.
No, because it's mine now.
No refunds.
Do we need anything else?
No, absolutely.
+1 studded armor. Can you just tell me how much that is real quick?
It's too much, Ambrose.
It'd be nice to know. You never know.
It's very, very expensive. As Jarek covers up their armor.
I'm wearing +1 studded armor too.
You're already wearing it? Why are you checking?
Because I want to get rid of one of my infusions for other stuff.
Oh.
I could do it for 750 gold.
700 even, and I will purchase that for my friend here.
Oh no, I got that. Don't worry. I'll purchase that.
Thank you very much. This guy trying to haggle me all the time.
I gave
I
you
just said
100
no. I didn't
extra.
haggle.
That was for a tet,
Mm.
which I thank you for.
All right.
You can tell Vilvanus that he owes you
Oh,
100 gold.
I intend to.
Anything else? Or should we go,
Actually,
Go
I
visit them.
hand crossbow too. Oh wait, no. I actually have. I have
No, you
Barazis.
have-
I'm
oh
all
my
set.
god,
You're good.
Ambrose.
Sorry, I have so much stuff on me. I'm sorry.
You're like a
Well,
porcupine over there. You're all covered with spikes.
If you guys come back like tomorrow or I guess Sunday, I'll have more stuff. I like rotate the stock.
I mean, we have to come back tomorrow for the Warhammer anyways, and then we have to come
Yeah.
back
Oh,
on
true.
Sunday
We'll-
for the
we'll-
I'll have more
anti-talking.
stuff tomorrow.
Right.
I'll have more stuff Sunday.
Mhm.
Okay.
All
Well, it was a
right.
pleasure doing business with you guys. I'll have your custom
very
stuff
much.
made.
Find
tomorrow,
more weird
Sunday.
stuff.
Yeah, I'll dig around for weird stuff. I
Weird
gotta
stuff.
be honest with you, a lot of that's in crates in the back because a lot of people aren't buying it.
Exactly. So you could sell it to me cheap, get it off your hands.
Oh, what if you had the fish of truth?
That'd be pretty cool. You
Mm.
slap people with the fish and they have to tell you
They
the truth.
have to tell
Yeah.
the truth.
What was this
Or
guy's
like
name again?
It was
Garvis?
Jarvis, yeah.
Garvis.
Or like
Gorvis.
Gorvis.
Oh, Corvus.
Gorvis Caskmaster.
Caskmaster.
Yeah, from the Caskmasters.
Mhm.
I've
Up
heard
in
of you.
Samara. From the Caskmaster clan.
Sure.
I don't brew, but my family's great, obviously.
Obviously.
Masters. Of course they are.
Yeah, ever since they're pretty bitter though. Ever since we lost the top brewing spot.
Who'd you lose to?
We lost to the Grizzle Paws.
Ah.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. They make some really good bumbleberry mead.
If you,
Right.
If you don't mind the fur balls. Anyways, I've taken enough airtime. Come
Thank
back
you.
tomorrow after noon, and I'll have your hammer ready.
Thank
Excellent, I
you for
appreciate
your
it.
help.
Yep, it's a pleasure. Enjoy the shield. It will serve you well.
I hope so.
Goodbye. Farrah
Take
crawls
care.
out the door.
You see him walk into the back, like with his abacus and his sack of gold.
Man, they really smelled like Updog in there.
Enough of your jokes, Ferric.
I grew up with Nico.
Not going to rise to that bait. Thank you, though.
Okay, well, you guys are no fun. We're gonna go pick on Brom. We'll see you later.
Have fun, darling.
Love you.
Don't get into trouble. Love you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
All right. Well, I do think that's where we're going to take a break for this episode. Thanks, everybody, for listening. We'll be back in just a few. For everyone listening to this post, come check us out in live. We're live every other Sunday. Make sure to check out our other. Hi, I'm Cody. Make sure to check out our other shows. Yeah, World Weavers on the alternate Mondays, and Sanity Damage on the same Thursdays as Power Word Fail. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
See ya.
All right.
We are
Can do it.
back.
Welcome back.
Well, it looks like I've got another letter here. I don't know where it came from. It just appeared underneath my pillow.
Hmm.
That's
As
weird.
usual.
That's very weird.
Let's just open it. It's just a maple leaf? No! Yeah! Yeah!
Well, everybody, it's me, Dave, with the Maple Leaf.
Oh no! What kind of
Dapple,
nightmare
darling.
cursed leaf?
Is that you? I've missed
Yeah.
you
It's me.
so much.
Things have not gone well
No.
since you guys left.
Oh,
Make it
no.
go away! Oh!
But
Oh.
I'm here now. Don't worry. I got
No.
a ride. I got a special ride.
Where's the axe? I need the axe.
No, we're not killing Dapple. Dapple, darling. How
Oh my
are
God.
you?
Well, the rest of me's not doing that great, but I'm doing fine.
Oh, what's wrong, Dable?
Are you
Cicadas.
paper?
I knew I loved those creatures.
They're chewing on me.
Are you papered now? Or are you still a tree?
Well, last I checked, my body was still intact,
Oh, good. Marvelous.
We could be
but it's
so.
getting chewed up.
We'll come and visit soon, Dable.
Yeah, come pull them off me, guys. They're gonna burrow into me. I sent this leaf to come warn you of your friend's demise.
Oh, no. Well,
I am completely without faith.
are you
I-
faithless then?
I am absolutely faithless.
I've still got some faith. You guys are gonna come save me, right?
Hmm.
No, I'm sorry,
No.
dear.
Put that under the pillow and just leave it there.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay. Well, Faithless, thank you so much for your sponsorship and your letter.
Thank you.
We're
Thank you very
sorry.
much.
We're
How'd you
so
get out
sorry
from under
about
the pillow?
We're so sorry about Dapple. Things come and things go, you know.
Wow.
He'll make a good squirrel home.
He will. Blessings to Dapple. I do hope that maybe someday we can go back and get like a cutting
Hey,
of
anything's possible.
Dapple and plant him on our land. And he can
Dappling the sapling.
dappling the sapling.
No.
That's
Yep.
correct.
That's a little sapling, guys. Come on.
Dappling the sapling. Yes. That is
Well,
correct.
Welcome back to Power Word Fail, everybody. As always, I'm joined by my faithful adventurers, Ian, Andy, Austin, Katie, Nathan. And last week, we had quite a little discussion with Nico of the Oasis. He told them all about what the going-ons here in Everton. The arrival of the Harbinger, his strange ability to seemingly make everyone happy permanently. They had, a bit of a back and forth until eventually he revealed that he had some crystal-born dust on hand that he was looking to offload. And Adalia took that personally.
As
and-
she should.
She stormed out. And shortly
Reasonably.
later, after, putting Nico in his place a little bit, the rest of the crew followed. And they sort of made a plan to split up and gather some information. But first, they went shopping. And they met Gorvis.
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 Gorvis, Castmaster of Gorvis's Emporium. And they bought some random stuff, like a cursed handkerchief, and got Atreides got his hammer augmented, should be due, later tomorrow. But that's where we pick back up. The crew has just left Gorvis's Emporium there,
Emporium.
and I believe you're splitting up. So, what's the plan, y'all?
Ferric and Pickles are going to go pick on Brahm. Ferric has some interesting ideas of how to lure the Harbinger out. I believe Adalia and Atreides are going to... Where are you guys doing again?
I figured.
Going to go out and try to get the pulse of the people, so to speak.
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah.
Yeah,
we're trying to get a read on what's going on in the town.
like you're rumor harvesting and we're people watching.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'm just
Well,
wandering.
And
guess.
yeah, Ambrose is
I'm just gonna walk
trying to
around.
get a bead on
You're supposed to be
whatever.
getting a read on where we were going.
Yeah. Ambrose and Miraz, the inseparable duo.
Mm. Well, I suppose the team looking for Brahm, you could give me a check of some kind. Probably either a perception to literally look for him, or maybe a persuasion to convince some town folks to tell you where he might be.
Yeah, I think Ferric will chat some people up and be like, hey, you see a guy with a really ugly hat somewhere? He kind of talks like this. He's a very weird, strange talking man. You know. The hat and the voice.
Yeah, I mean, everyone would know exactly who you're talking about by that description. A lot of the people would refer you to the place you just left, the Steer's Head Tavern. They're like, well, I think he's like the house bard at the Steer's Head Tavern.
Oh, no. Not anymore.
Oh, well, you might find him in the public park or busking on a street or something.
I'll just... We will just keep an ear out for terrible screeching. And I guess I'll do the perception to try to hear Brahm somewhere.
Ian Spunkles will help.
Yeah, roll with advantage.
It's a 25, baby.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah, you start heading towards the park. You guys, past one, it's in the center of town. And as you head that way, you hear Brahm playing his lute. He
Hello
is
there,
in the park.
friend.
It's leaning up against a tree. Oh, it's you!
Yes, it's us. Hello. How
Hi.
are you?
Have you come for more humiliation?
Oh no, I didn't come to keep humiliating you. I it's a kind of hazing ritual kind of thing. I just wanted to make sure that you are cool.
Well, I have slept on it, yes, and your friend Atreides is quite convincing. He has stopped me before I did anything hasty. So I believe we're back on neutral ground.
Perfect.
Let bygones be bygones, I always say, Mr. Bygone.
Absolutely. Here, I just have some questions. You have been here in town, and
Oh,
I
yes.
just want to know a little bit more. Have you hung around the Harbinger at all?
Oh, no. No, that's a waste of money. I'm always happy. Well, except for last night.
Yeah, alright. Except for yesterday.
Yeah. Don't you want to forget last night?
No. Would
Are you
you?
sure? No. I mean, there is a certain amount of shame and guilt that is natural to experience and revel in and grow from. Otherwise, you could grow as a person, right?
Yes, I suppose we are in agreement there. I believe that you are mostly the sum of your experiences. So if you start deleting experiences, you are altering your person.
We are agreed.
I don't think many
people in this town agree with us, Ferric.
Perhaps we should go down where the Harbinger is preaching, and we should rise up against it.
He kind of stops playing his lute and he's like,
What did you have in mind?
Oh, we could, you could start off, you could run into the scene, you could be the hero that, it starts enchanting the group, and we could be behind and we could cheer you on and be like, hey, that guy is making a lot of sense. Hey, boo, babu, blah, blah. We could support you in that way, and we could just, you could have this redeeming moment. I just feel so bad about you getting run out of the bar, and I think it would mean a lot to the people to have you as the spokesperson for liberating shame.
The Harbinger also said you had a stupid hat.
Yes, spoke extensively about how stupid your hat was, which I don't see it.
You spoke to the Harbinger.
We've heard. We heard
Rumors.
somebody that there are rumors, and you know how rumors spread.
he just kind of scowls.
I'm beginning to think my time here in Everton may be coming to an end.
Not if you're the hero.
Well, it's not really my bag, man. I'm more of a traveler.
Oh, but the roads are so dangerous, and at least with the Harbinger here, it's keeping the dragon away.
Yes, I've been thinking of heading back to Mornstead.
And if they find out that we're from Mornstead, what does that mean for us?
Oh, I don't think that would be too big of a deal. I will come with you, if you'd like, but I don't know about making a scene.
Maybe you could just perform for the people who are waiting to see the Harbinger really loud.
Well, I do like to put on a show. I don't see why that would be a problem. A duet? It would really help move us along.
I can't sing, sorry.
I wasn't speaking to you.
Hey, don't talk to Pickles like that!
I was just clarifying, you loud bird person.
Bird person thing again. I am a kiln. Proud kiln.
Get out of the killed stuff.
Okay, sorry. I started sinking back. Onto that wrong foot, and you know what? We need
What
to.
is it about us? We just don't seem to get along, do we?
Oh, we don't.
I get along with most everyone.
We're like fish and wings.
That is a good perspective.
There's such thing as flying fish, am I? No.
Is that
okay.
our team name? The Flying Fish?
It is now.
Are we a team?
That's what I've been proposing. We go duet.
I'm just unneeded here.
You can be our manager.
Hey, you said it.
You're our manager.
I'm a fine manager.
Yeah, but if you're both the manager and the performer, and things get sticky, I'd rather have a third party so they can, take care of funds and stuff like that.
I don't. Frankly, I'll be honest, I don't know how much I trust you guys yet.
Well, you already said I'm out, so that doesn't matter.
Yes. But your friend. Yeah. Pardon, what?
We absolutely need to make sure that we perform our best.
Always.
Otherwise, there might be great danger when it comes to not performing well in front of the Harbinger. You understand, correct?
He nods and says, yes, it would be most embarrassing. He is quite a prestigious figure.
I'm gonna start to use words of terror to try to like charm him
All right.
into like being afraid of this all. So he must make a wisdom saving throw against my DC or be frightened of you or another creature of your choice. I'm choosing the Harbinger. They are frightened this way for at least an hour, but I'm hoping to like start sowing the seeds of terror now, so that like he'll be performing his best at the event and possibly, you know, believe me, at least in this moment.
All right. Words of terror. So what's your save DC?
My save DC is 17.
Oh, he got 17.
Yes.
All right. In 5e, you have to go over, or is it just meets it, beats it?
Meets it, beats it.
All right.
Yeah. So he's not terrified, but I am getting spooky, I suppose.
Yeah, he does like angle his hat forward, and he's like, well, I suppose if it's serious. What do you have against the Harbinger? I just don't philosophically agree with his methods. Sounds like you guys are a little bit more. Do you know something I don't?
No.
Probably.
Maybe. I mean, I know a lot of things you don't know.
Flying fish. You can get in if you give me good information, young one, little one.
How old are you?
I'm 25.
Are you sure?
Last I checked.
God, he looks so much older than 25.
Yeah, but
It's
he
the
sounds so
beard.
much younger.
I was
My
thinking he
goatee
sounded
mustache combo makes me look older.
Goodness. Anyway, we just think that, you know, like, philosophy is all that people have at the end of the day, right?
He nods.
Of
Are
course.
you a philosopher?
Yeah, I philosophize all the time.
I know a
We
good
should
story
go
about a
over our
boat.
notes. Ooh. Are we all three philosophers in Team Flying Fish?
Oh, absolutely.
This team's getting pretty good.
I'm surprised you've never read any of my books. I gave my last signed copy away, so I, you know, of course, I don't have any on me. But yes, great philosophers are we.
He nods. Well, I will accompany you and I will play our duet as
All
good
right.
as I can.
All right.
What time should we be
Perfect.
there? There 8:30?
I think, you know, you don't want to be too early. You don't want to be too late. I think like a casual, like 9:15.
They'll be mid-performance. They'll be doing their thing by then.
Yeah, but think of the drama.
Well, we can try, but I don't think it's a good idea to interfere.
But if you start like right at 9, right before they start, make a statement like they're
That
gonna
could
blow
be-
the first note or do whatever they're gonna do, and right when they're about to start, you start instead.
Listen, I don't know. I'm losing faith in this plan.
Listen, you can't be faithless now.
Fine, I already agreed. But only if we go on 10 minutes early.
10 minutes early. That's all we need, correct?
He looks at you guys. Is that all we need? I mean, what are we doing exactly?
Making a statement, proving you should be here.
I'm very confused by the plan, but a show's a show.
He
Yes.
kind of straightens out, picks up his loot, and says, "Well, I will meet you in the square by the well at 8:50."
What if I was like on the roof and I like swung down on the rope?
Okay, and then what? I hide in the well and shoot out at like 50 miles per hour?
Yes, if you can do that, absolutely.
Okay.
Can you do that?
Yeah, I can fly. Can you not fly, Ferric? You're a bird person.
It's a touchy subject.
Oh,
He-
well.
They can fly.
I didn't mean to re-offend.
No, I can totally fly. Like I can get way up.
I can't fly.
I can turn invisible too.
Oh, so can I. What if we're both invisible and then we become uninvisible at the same time and we're like, poof, we're there.
I can't be invisible and fly. That's one of my limitations. One of the few.
Fair enough. You
He's-
fly, I'm invisible.
He starts like going, "Ooh," and then his like loot starts floating. And he's like,
What do you think of this, Ferric?
Oh, I'm like so turned on by that. It's really
It wasn't. Well, okay.
really getting my goat.
I should
Um,
try it with the ladies. Didn't
Yeah,
realize it was
totally.
so attractive.
Yeah.
very.
Do you have anything that you want floating? I can float it for you.
Hey, whatever floats your goat, man.
All right. Well, I will be invisible at the well at 8:50.
8:50. Okay, see you there. Or I won't see you there because you'll be invisible, but you get the point.
he nods.
Okay, love you, goodbye. Come on, Pickles, we
Goodbye.
gotta get out of here.
Good
Bye.
day, Pickles.
Flying fish.
You got to do the hand thing, Bram.
Yeah.
Oh,
flying fish.
how did you do that? Okay.
Flying fish.
Flying fish team.
Yeah. There you go.
Go.
All right.
We're gonna go prepare. 'Cause we
Yeah.
gotta be
Yes,
as amazing
me
as
too.
you.
I will prepare.
I gotta go polish my drum.
Not a bad idea.
I have to learn my usefulness in this team. Let's talk about it.
Yes, I would like to hear some more about that because me and Ferric have the music thing covered, and dude, I just don't know what you're here for.
You'll see.
Okay, I love a good surprise.
You'll be surprised.
Pickles, we gotta go. We gotta get out of here.
Bye, Bram.
Bye.
Yeah,
And
fair.
He walks off.
I thought we were gonna beat him up. What just happened?
We need bait.
Oh. Can I beat him up later?
Oh yeah, we can
Oh,
beat
okay.
him up later. If he's not already dead by the snake cultist, but you know.
The snake cultists are gonna be at the. I thought we were just going to the Harbinger.
I haven't told you. I haven't told anybody. What the fuck is wrong with me? You know that drug trip that we went on?
Yeah, I'm very familiar.
See, I got, instead of a little man in my head, I kind of have a great serpent. in
Oh
my
yeah, you
head.
told us about that the other day.
Yeah.
Right. There's a snake
So-
cult, but what does the snake cult have to do with the Harbinger?
Great Serpent says that there is some sort of defiler.
Is that
some
the
sort-
Harbinger?
I think the Harbinger has to do something with it. When you all were talking to Nico, I was talking to Nico's friends, and I was like, "Have you seen snake cultists?" And they were like, Yeah, dude, we totally seen snake cultists. We saw them hanging out the Harbinger, and so Harbinger, snake cultists, forgetting memory, people disappearing. It's like a whole thing. It's not a conspiracy theory, I promise you. I've thought this all out. It's I'm not crazy, okay? I'm not crazy. But yes.
I mean, I believed you, but okay.
Okay. All right. We're gonna kill some people. Well, I need to kill somebody.
I need to feed Pokey. I think he's gonna die soon.
Oh, then we are aligned.
Okay.
This is why I like you, Pickles.
You like me?
Yes, of course I like you, Pickles.
Okay.
What gave you the impression that I did not like you?
The conversation we had the other day, not really talking to me for weeks, me being dead, you calling me an abomination.
I like you, Pickles. I don't like the terrible things that have been done to you. And the fact that I cannot prevent them, or have not prevented them.
They're done.
It is a mirror of shame for me.
Why?
Because you're right. I shouldn't run.
Well, that's good.
I'm done running.
Lesson learned. Positive outcome. I'm sorry I got a little mad, but you could understand why I was a little mad.
Ferric tears up and is going to hug you.
Pickles will accept the hug awkwardly.
You hurt so bad.
You probably shouldn't touch me.
I know, but I am so sorry, Pickles.
It's okay.
Ow!
Stop hurting yourself. Dahlia's gonna get mad if I return you damaged.
Oh, you're so sharp.
It's more of a burn, I think. I don't know. I can't experience it because it's coming from me. So if you say it's sharp, I believe you.
Oh, we should call you Pokey.
I mean, it's a good name for me and Pokey, you know.
Pokey and Pokey. Pickle Pokey.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. We kind of got to figure out what's wrong with me. Do you know, does your family, I know you deal with the whole death stuff. Do you know anything about how to fix me?
I do not. But
No.
I know somebody who might.
I mean, it's better than what we are now. The only person that did know died.
If we deal with this Pharaoh issue and right our wrongs, I would gladly take you to my family, and we can figure out what's wrong.
Cool. We can visit my family while we're up there too.
Yeah.
Wonder if they know each other.
Probably not.
No, probably not, because I never really heard of a kiln when I was a kid that I know of, but I don't remember most of it. So maybe I did. Maybe they're best friends. You don't know.
Yeah, that's okay.
Maybe there's Oasis that are kiln. And they're not all Goliaths. I've met some non-Goliath ones.
I never thought of that. Perhaps.
That'd be cool.
That'd be sick.
Should I get my tattoos again?
I think you should do what feels right.
That's not helpful.
I know, I am so sorry.
Okay.
Tattoos are cool. I like tattoos. I think they're cool.
Yeah, I just wish I remembered more about what my family entailed before I just, recommitted to them in that way.
Of course.
Dagger seemed kind of cool. Nico kind of seems like a dick. It's kind of...
In my experience,
There's a face
Yeah.
sculptor and a mind carver.
I mean, except for the face sculpting, mind carving thing, most families are either cool or they're dicks. So,
Do you think if we meet another one, there's gonna be a third creepy person? Like, what comes after face sculpting and mind carving?
Maybe soul gathering. Soul gatherer? Yeah, I mean, we need one of those, right? I mean, after.
Would a soul gatherer just be somebody that murders a lot of people? And, like, is the prince a soul gatherer?
No, I was thinking in the other way, like how Novara was.
Like a mender? Like, she was a
Yeah,
mender,
like a
I think, right?
Mender, soul mender.
I feel like the face. I can't remember all. Face sculptor. I was about to say face carver. The face sculptor would have. That would be terrifying. Face sculptor would have known about a soul mender because she said I was broken, but she didn't know how to fix it.
Oh.
Who knows? We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Let's go get Brom killed.
Yeah. Let's go have. I don't know. Let's see if we can find Ambrose stalking around somewhere. Maybe he's done with his job by now.
I mean, it's hard to find him, but it would be pretty funny if we could actually sneak up on him for once.
Yes.
So let's try.
Okay. Super stealthy.
All right. Well, in the meantime, we will go to the other half of the party, Atreides and Adalia, right?
Yes.
I didn't
Well,
have anything. Sorry, go ahead.
Should we find a cafe or something like that?
Let's.
We wanted to observe humanity, right?
Yes. Especially in the district where we expect the Harbinger to make his appearance.
So we'll find a restaurant of some kind that has outdoor seating where we can observe the goings on.
Yeah, and I think that's not far from where Nico's group was, right?
Probably.
The Harbinger is planning on talking in like the town square, market district, or is that somewhere else?
2 down here by 2 in the park here. This
Okay.
is the town square.
Got it. Okay, so right outside the temple. Okay,
Okay.
sounds good. Yeah, so find a cafe around there and just see if we can do like insight or perception, something to kind of gather
Mm-hmm.
what everyone is up to.
Yeah, you find a place called the Cinnamon Fable.
Nice.
The
a cute
cinnamon
name.
fable. I love it.
It's a little bakery, like cafe place. They do tea and coffee and baked goods.
Cinnamon rolls. That sounds like the move.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Adalia gets the most plain thing they offer. Just black tea with a basic croissant.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they have that for sure.
And she nibbles on it, and it is worlds beyond anything she imagined during most of her life. And she
Yeah,
kind of looks
definitely
over at Adreles and is like, "What do you think,
And Atreides is
Master
taking like
Atreides?"
a big bite of this huge like cinnamon roll. Nothing super fancy, just like a big like Goliath-sized cinnamon roll. It's like, oh, this is excellent. Cinnamon Fable. We'll have to make this a regular stop if we come through this way again.
Could you tell me a bit about your path to godhood while we're waiting?
Certainly I could. By this do you mean my history, the path that took me to what I am, or do you mean my beliefs?
I would take either. I am more interested in the path that led you to your beliefs, but I think it's all sort of one and the same in the end.
I believe so. Every life is a braided cord of ideas and actions and places and people. let us start with the past. It provides context for the present. I grew up in Ortamale society. I have lived here my whole life. I've been all around the country on military operations, but never outside of it. I've read much of the other nations, but never seen them. In my adolescence, I entered the military, as is our custom. Served a number of years there. I rose in the ranks and became a captain of a small contingent for a time. Saw to missions as they were required of me. Always did as I was told. Disciplined soldier, right? They trained us to do such. So we put down bandit outbreaks when any bandit gang got too powerful, too notorious. Caused enough trouble to get on our radar. Get on our... however we detect that there is trouble going on. So we would go and we would suppress that. After a time, you know, that was my 20s. I move into my 30s and I become the head of private security for one of the nobles of Ortamal. And it's in this time, I believe you remember the story of when I started trying to work my own pottery. It was not very good at first, but I really enjoyed the process. My commanders in the military were not very happy. It's an impractical waste of time, they said. It's an art for people that are not needed for their military prowess. It has no use, no place in the military. I disagree. I think that art and physical prowess can balance one another out. Different aspects of life to create a well-rounded whole. Oh, so I tried to continue in secret with my pottery crafting, and they continued to find out and to discipline me, make me do kitchen duty and whatnot, which allowed me to handle already made dishes, gave me a little bit more insight into what I was doing wrong. It was a cycle. We had many issues many times, harsh words from my superiors, which I guess started my my thoughts of wishing to define myself separately from the society that I was born into, raised in, and molded into, much in the way I mold pottery. They forced me into a shape in the military to take orders from my superiors, pass them on to those beneath me, which I did competently, but I felt that there was more. I always felt that all of us could have done more. But I ramble, forgive me. It's the as I have grown older in years, I've grown longer in words. Where did we go from there? I started private security in my 30s. I continued my pottery crafting. My ward was annoyed, looked the other way most of the time because I performed my job very well. I kept him safe. And so I began both my pottery in earnest. I really spent a lot of time dedicated to the craft in that time. I began working on other crafts as well, forms of self-expression, including the bread making, including beginning to write down some of my beliefs, where I agree with the philosophies espoused by those that worship the master, and where I disagree, where I hold my own views. The Atherlayan edicts, I'm happy to share them with you at some point. You can read them, we can discuss them. You can ignore them if you're not interested in that. But anyway, that was most of my 30s, and eventually the noble that I protected, he found the edicts and read them. I proposed the idea that anyone who believed in themselves strongly enough might transcend, might become divine in their own right. He was curious about that idea. He said this is only a theory, right? And perhaps it would have been prudent to lie, but I told him no, I believe that this is not only true, but I believe that I'm in the process of such a transcendence. One thing led to another. I'm in hot water with the disciples of the Master, and so I went on the run with Ravano, who formerly was one of the soldiers that was under my command. And it's not too long after that that you met me. So I was in the formal military from my teens through my early 30s, and then private security from my early 30s until now. So I'm in my mid 50s now. I've seen much under the sun, and yet I feel there's so much more left to see. Again, I've never left Orknall. The world is much larger than I can know now, and I think that each of us are much larger than we ourselves know.
My world was very small before Ambrose and Pickles and Varric came to show me how limited my view was. And we have done a lot of traveling together and have seen a lot of the world. And I understand your perspective, that you were wanted for nothing more than your military prowess. But you have taken that perspective to an extreme that I have a difficult time reconciling with the difficult realities of the world as I have known it. I have seen people do terrible things in pursuit of godhood, and I have not seen you make any distinction between yourself and those who have chosen a much darker path. I want to believe in you, Atreides, honestly. But no god has ever answered a prayer in my remembrance. What will you do differently, should you be raised to divinity?
Atreides is silent for a long time as he's absorbing that, sips some coffee, eats some more of his cinnamon roll. He says, well, as is true of mortals, mortals have a wide range of responses to their world and attitudes on their world, right? There's those who are cruel. Perhaps cruelty was done to them and it's all they know. Perhaps cruelty was not done to them and it's just who they are. And then there are those who are kind. Even if they've gone through hardship, perhaps because they've gone through hardship. And the trouble is, the more powerful these beings are, the greater the acts of kindness and the greater the acts of cruelty. I have not suffered as you have. I never met Zeus. I never saw the suffering that Zeus inflicted on his peasantry, on his citizens. I like to think that if we stood side by side, there would be clear differences in our temperament and our disposition towards both our equals and those who look to us for leadership.
I mean no offense, but I don't think there are that many differences. The things Zeus wanted and the things you want are not terribly different.
I see.
I'm struggling to understand how you turn the tyranny of divinity into something empathetic, something different from those who've sought it before you. All you have told me is that you wish to live forever. And that is no reason.
You would see that the weathered creases in his face deepen. And then he would say, I am young on a journey. If I never die, I am quite young indeed. If, as you say, the key is empathy, then I would say two things, and then I will say no more. First, while we are together, as we travel together, keep me honest if you see me stray from just leadership. Second, perhaps empathy is the defining factor that sets apart the great in a good way from the great in a terrible way. And perhaps that can start this moment, if you are willing, and I understand if you are not. Tell me of your family, of your siblings, of your friends.
I have no blood family, as no Crystalborn do. My parents were resistance fighters in Northwatch. They were hung from the walls of the city as martyrs. My sister and I took up their banner, and I do not think we were truly successful, but we tried. She died in the disaster at Farrington before I even knew she was gone, so just another in a long string of losses. But they all died in service of something greater than themselves. And if I'm honest, Atreides, my biggest doubt is that you don't seem to think there is anything greater than yourself, which is the worst thing I've ever encountered. The worst people think they are greater than anything else. I want to believe in you, honestly, but it's just been hard.
He is again silent for a long time. I hear your words, and honestly, I have no response. I will have to think on this long and hard, and I appreciate you being willing to bring this before me. While, I hope that you feel as I do, that I view you as a friend, especially in your willingness to confront me with difficult questions. That is something I value above much.
I cannot view you as a friend until I believe that you would place the group of us above yourself. And as long as you believe yourself a god, I don't believe that's possible. But I'll view you as an ally, I suppose. In the
Ally it is for
meantime.
now.
Wow. So yeah, I guess as you guys are having this conversation over your croissants and tea and coffee, you know, a silent figure that has been following you like a Trilly's shadow, Ravenel, he would step forward and say, I must bring something to your attention as well, Atreides.
Please.
I cannot stop thinking about what our allies have told me about my brother. And the only thing I can think of is that if he had if he had one more shot, I could pull him back from the ledge. I know it wouldn't forgive his crimes, but I can stop him from committing more. I can send him to where he belongs, in the prisons of Nordamal. But I know you're getting ready to face a grave foe here in town. And I will not leave you to your demise. Unless you give me permission.
Raveno, you are my staunchest ally. You are a fierce protector and a great warrior. I fear that you are wrong, that your brother is beyond hope. And Atreides will glance over at Adalia and look back to Raveno. But that is not my decision to make. While you will be dearly missed, but you have my blessing to pursue your brother. Take heed, take caution, and take my blessing.
Are you positive?
No, I am not. But this is what you want. And I can
He nods.
I can see your conviction.
I have to try.
Then far be it from me to stand in your way. I'll cast Coming of Age. I'll cast Ceremony on him using the Coming of Age ability, unless he is already, like, officially come of age in any mechanical sense. I know he's not a kid.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose I would allow that as like a ceremony to see him off on his own journey instead of following you.
Okay. Sweet. So let's see, Coming of Age for the next 24 hours. He basically has guidance for the next 24 hours.
Nice. Okay. He bows and stands up straight and says, well, I will be off then. I wish you, and he looks at you, Adalia, he's like, I wish you both all the luck in this world. It sounds like you are on a very important quest, Adalia. I was very much looking forward to helping you with it, but after the things you've told me, I just feel that even if I'm the one that has to kill him, something must be done about Tarsian.
Something must be done. I do hope you won't be the one who has to do it. I have lost my own sibling. I hope you will be spared that pain.
He sighs and says, whatever happens will happen. I will see it through. I hope that the next time we meet, it is under better circumstances. And he'll say, safe travels.
To
He
you
will
as well.
pick up his stuff and take one last bite of his cinnamon roll. He'll quickly finish his tea and wipe his face and say, I will be off then. If anything changes, Atreides, if you need me, send word. I don't know how you'll find me.
I will send word for you.
Says your new friends seem to be quite powerful in the various ways of magic.
I can speak into your head if I need to.
That's new.
My power grows.
Indeed it does. He will kind of take a few steps away and somberly look back and then head out.
I'll salute him as he goes.
As he fades into the crowd of people, you do start to see the square here is getting more busy. Lots of people are starting to mill about. Some of them look pretty sad. Some of them look impatient as they're like waiting around the square. It's pretty early for that too, for them to be waiting for that, but some of them seem to be actively waiting for the ceremonies tonight.
Yeah. Putting out their canvas chairs hours in advance so they get a good spot. Yeah.
So, I suppose, do you guys want to give me some perception rolls?
Yeah.
Would love to. 23 from Atreides.
wow.
Ooh, 17 from Medallia. Very bad.
13 from Ambrose.
Wait, are we all doing them? Or just them?
Oh, my apologies. I guess it's just them too.
Yeah, you definitely see some figures. Like I said, they look like they're depressed. They're waiting around the square. You see some other figures that are happily going about their business. Atreides, you spot a crystal-born person.
I would point that out to Adalia.
Adalia is gonna beeline for this crystalborn.
All right. Oh, hello there. Is there something I can do for you? There's a green crystal-born man.
Well met, brother. I'm sorry to disturb you. In my hometown, there are just not many of our kind. I'm just so pleased to meet you.
He nods, says, my name is Moss.
Hello, Moss. I'm Adalia.
It is a pleasure.
It is a pleasure. Are you a native here of Everton?
He nods. I have lived in Everton 5 years. It is my earliest memories.
Your earliest memory. Of course. What do you do here in Everton?
I am but a humble farmer. I do a lot of work out in the fields. I can use my powers to subtly enhance the growth of plants.
Of course.
It's not so bad.
Have you felt safe here?
He says, well, things were pretty rough for a while. I definitely was approached more than once by a strange individual or two trying to convince me to go to the castle, but it seemed like a trap. And I have heard stories that our kind have gone missing from this town. He kind of scratches his head and he says, I don't seem to remember it very well.
Right.
But I just have this feeling that it's happened before.
Right. I am so glad that you have kept yourself separate. Will you continue to do so, if you can?
He nods and he says, well, yes, I don't intend on doing anything foolish.
Good.
All right, what brings you to town? Are you here for the ceremonies?
The ceremonies. Can you explain?
Yes. There's a strange individual here in this town. He's a traveler from the north.
The Harbinger.
Yes, you've heard of him. Okay. So so that makes it easier to explain. He has a special item, a little box that he can trap your sad experiences in.
Mm.
It's really
Alright.
quite remarkable. I've done it a few times.
Sure. And he is to be here at 9 p.m., is that right?
He nods and he says, yes, usually he comes at 9 p.m. He says, it's sort of a public service here in town, I suppose.
Right. Does he have any more interest in you than he does in anyone else?
No, I haven't noticed anything strange. He hasn't invited me to the castle.
All right, Moss, I want you to keep your head down, all right?
He nods. Well, you be safe as well, and stay away from that castle.
Unfortunately, I don't think that's in the cards for me, but I'm glad that you will. Adali's gonna run back to everybody and explain again what's going on.
I think Atreus is the only one with you.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Oh,
what
yeah,
reconvened yet.
you're right.
Mhm.
Sorry, I forgot we hadn't reconvened.
No worries.
She will run back to Atreides and explain.
Yeah. He has like a strange little box that he stores bad memories in.
You think he's been affected by the Harbinger?
Either he has been affected by the Harbinger, or the Harbinger has been affected by him.
I see.
Either way, they are entwined. We will, I think, have to deal with both of them.
All right. Well, hopefully we can deal with your kin peacefully.
I would hope so. There are so few of us left.
Right.
All right. Well, skulking around town, we have Ambrose Bussant.
Yeah,
Ambrose.
What's up, dude?
I would investigate stuff going on.
All right. Did you want to try? Where did you want to try an investigation? Like near the castle, or any
I
particular
mean,
place in mind?
Specifically the city square, listening into people's conversations, walking. Maybe. I mean, just getting as much information as I can. The current location.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
25.
Ooh, nice. So yeah, you're walking around looking like you're just doing your normal thing out for your afternoon stroll. And yeah, you overhear one person like in near tears, just being like, when is this going to start? I can't deal with this anymore. And the other person's like, there, it'll be over soon, and you won't remember any of it. And then
Clock that, keep on moving. Just gathering as much people
Mhm.
stating stuff.
You overhear some people at a table talking about things, and then one of them brings up, so how's your kids been? And he says, kids? What kids? And then the other person says, I could have swore that you said that you had children. He says, no, I don't have any kids. He says, well, what about the wife? He says, I've never been married. All right, you must be getting me mixed up with the other guys down at the shop. A lot of those guys are married. He looks confused. He says, I could have swore it was you, but yeah, maybe. And then they go back to eating lunch. You pass several more people that are just waiting patiently. They don't seem as sad, but they do seem to be waiting. You would see some people returning from the fields about this time of day. They look pretty down-beaten, tired. They're dirty, going back to their homes.
Do I see anyone wearing any iconography of snake cultists, or do I see anyone rocking some weird culty stuff?
With a 25, I would say no, you don't. But that's also suspicious in a way. You would realize that it doesn't seem like any of these people are in the snake cult, but they're all being affected by it.
Yeah. Is there like a speaking square or anything, like a spot that is designed for a speaker to go to?
Yes, you do see there is the Temple of the Master here. And it looks as though it's been... Where is it? Somewhat renovated. It was obviously a temple to a different god originally. But it's kind of hard to tell since all the statues and whatnot have been replaced by statues of the Master. But as someone from Mornstead, you can easily see... Oh, hello, Giant Square. You can easily see that this has iconography and whatnot that's been chiseled and replaced. Okay. But you definitely get the feeling that this used to be a temple to lesser deities, the crystals, and at some point the concurrent theocracy has altered it. But there are two large stairways leading up to the platform, and right at the middle of the platform there, it looks like there is a place where people give presentations and speeches and whatnot.
Is there anything above it?
Above it? There's the roof of the temple.
Okay. And is there any alley that for like future, if we ever need to retreat? I'm trying to exit plans. I'm looking for.
It is pretty open. The nearest like narrow alleyway would be on the west side. There is a really strange set of buildings that has a weird alley in it that leads towards the west gate. There is also an alley to the east that leads through the city. But that way you would... I guess you wouldn't know for a fact, but you don't think that there's an exit on that side of town.
Am I allowed to just walk up to the square at all? Like where
Yeah.
the speaker section is? It doesn't seem like there's probably people walking around like waiting for.
There are people in the Temple of the Master worshiping, priests and whatnot. There are people milling about the square doing their thing. Every now and again, someone will come up and pray to the Master, but notably a lot less than like in Ordemal.
I think I would just walk around that square, and while I'm like on the stairs, I would look for blind spots from like that are about like 150 feet or more from the position.
There is a statue of the Master to the east of it here. That's what that little square is there.
Mm-hmm.
There would be a pretty big blind spot, right behind that statue. And you could get an angle on the platform, although it would be it'd be a hard shot. The roof would probably be another option. You could stand up on the roof.
Okay.
And you could hide in the temple somewhere.
Okay. One more question. While I'm walking around the square, can I look at the movement between different people that are around it, and see if they're like carrying any gear versus like, how like if you're carrying a like weaponry, like your clothes would be shifting, it would be like kind of wrapping around it. So I'm trying to see if there's like people hiding as plain people in the crowds versus regular people.
With the 25 investigation, you definitely see that almost everybody here is just a commoner except for the guards.
Okay.
The guards are armed and whatnot, but the people you don't really see anyone armed in here. Roll a stealth check while you're doing all this.
Yeah, definitely. 22.
All right. And about this time, you're looking around and you see Brahm walk by.
Weird. I have no interest in seeing Brahm, so I'm gonna ignore him, and then just get into position that's a good blind spot, and then kind of stay there.
All right. Now, Pickles and Ferric, I remember you said you wanted to try and find Ambrose. Can you beat a 22 perception?
And sneak up on him.
So,
Can I beat a 22? Will a nat 20 beat a nat 22?
Well, of course it would.
Okay, so that's the only way I could beat a 22.
Here's my perception roll. That's a 14.
Almost.
That's a 6.
Yeah.
Together we make a 20.
That's
Can I
right.
sneak up on them if I'm like hiding?
Yeah, Ambrose, after Brahm walks off, you see Pickles and Ferric walking out of the park.
Is it dark out? Is it 8:30?
It's getting dark. It's about 6 p.m.
Okay. I would, sneak up on Pickles and Ferric. Hey guys. Just right like in between them. Just standing.
My god. He got
Ambrose. One of these times you're just gonna get punched in the face.
Oh, I'm gonna do it right now. Come here. I'm gonna get you.
Okay. I dodged.
Oh, shit.
So I don't see any snake cultists. There's a good couple exit plans, and no one's really carrying weapon around here. So
Of course you don't see snake cultists. They're not just gonna be like, hello, welcome, I am snake cultist. They're not going to do that.
well,
Why not?
Hold on. They could be carrying gear and hiding under it. I looked at almost everyone. They don't have any weaponry in the.
Do they look like snakes underneath their clothes?
Are you done?
I mean, it's a good question.
No, they don't
Valid.
have snakes. I don't see any snakes. Wait, hold on. I didn't actually look for. Did I see any snakes?
Did you look for snakes?
With a 25 investigation, you didn't see any.
Yeah, I don't
snake
see any.
people.
Okay, cool. Yeah, there was no snakes. I can confirm that for 100%. not one snake.
Well, that's weird.
Well, I
There should be
suppose
a snake.
there should be a snake. These things are never easy. Did you find a good place to like hide and observe?
Yeah, there's a few blind spots that we can all chill and hide at.
Oh, perfect. So my goal here is we skedaddled, we walked over and we talked to Brom, and we got Brom
We
to
did.
make a fool of himself.
Team
Uh,
Flying Fish.
Team Flying Fish. We're going to make Brom perform. I am going to like be sneaky about it and try to see what happens when Brom makes a kind of fool of himself. And I'm wondering if he kind of gets taken away. And then we can just track his hat.
Okay, I don't know if this is a good plan, Ferric. I'll be honest with you.
Oh no.
Why?
Why is it a
What-
bad plan?
What makes you think that he's not going to spill the beans that you didn't forming?
Yeah, at about this time, Atreides and Adalia, you see Ferric, Ambrose, and Pickles not that far away from the Cinnamon Fable. I mean, you're all kind of in this town square area here.
Yeah.
I mean, Adalia just runs up to Ferric. Hello,
Those
darling.
Rokaya! Like big arms around Adalia.
What are you all talking about?
We made a plan. You're not
Hmm.
going to like
No,
this.
they made the plan.
I made the plan. Pickles kind of like observed the plan being
I
made
was
and
very
went,
confused the whole time. But I
So-
support the plan.
Hey, I got the vote. Anyway, where's the sad boy?
Ambrose?
No, the other sad boy.
I'm right here.
Oh,
Ravenel.
Yeah.
he went off on his own, I'm afraid.
Why?
He
She
seeks
looks at Atreides.
closure with his brother, whether that comes in the form of reconciliation or incarceration or likely a combination thereof. He
Or
fears that
death.
he fears that perhaps he will have to kill Tarsian.
Well, Tarsian's not gonna let that happen.
That
I
is my
don't, I don't
fear.
think Tarsian would kill his brother.
I thought
Maybe
we
he'll just
wanted to
be-
kill Tarsian.
What?
I thought we wanted to kill Tarsian.
I don't
We
want to
do.
kill Tarsian.
Oh, I do. Absolutely.
Adalia wants to kill Tarsian.
100%. How can any of you not want to kill Tarsian? He betrayed us in the most fundamental way. He killed almost half our party. He stole from us. He is serving the master, who, as far as I'm concerned, is absolutely the worst in terms of being loyal to gods or whatever. He's awful. No offense, Pickles. I know you were attracted to him, which I completely understand. We've all been attracted to inappropriate people.
That is true.
When is
Mhm.
Braun performing? When is this going
Yes.
off?
The plan, Brom
Eight-
performs.
8:50.
What time is it now?
Listen, I was trying to get like Brom to like get recruited by like the Harbinger, and then but he was like, no, I philosophically disagree. Oh, that's not his voice. He's like, I philosophically disagree. And anyway, he.
He's
God,
25.
the plan.
Did you know that?
He's 25. Anyway, Brom gets nabbed by snake cultists. We follow them. We figure out what they're doing or where they're at, and then we like get them. Does that make sense?
And then nothing happens. What if the Harbinger just says like whatever?
No, we're going to get the Harbinger. We're gonna, and Ferric makes a like slashing someone's throat gesture.
We
Work
can't.
on that.
We're just gonna
There.
publicly kill him?
We can't kill someone in a crowd of like 50 people at
No.
least.
Why not?
We follow them to their creepy little lair because they have like.
All
a
right, we
lair.
kill him in the lair. Okay.
We kill them in the lair.
Okay, so we're just
Which
here to
might
track
be the
him.
castle. But we've killed things in castles before, right? And that was...
Absolutely. We've killed things in public before, honestly. We killed Zeus in the throne room, which is the most public venue possible.
Right, but
It's
there's a difference
public
between
and castle.
killing someone that killed the queen versus just killing some random person that everyone loves.
Killing a cult leader? I'm fine with that.
You are, but not. I look at everyone that's like gathering around that is like that are highly dependent on their happiness.
Are
they
you
want to know it's
particularly
us.
concerned with your reputation in Everton?
I'm more concerned about our lives and being trampled by 50 people.
I'm starting to think that we should have done something to get us recruited so we could get invited to the castle and then we didn't have to break it.
I mean, I still feel like there's a
Maybe
possibility
we
of
kill
being
Bram
invited.
on behalf of the Harbinger.
I'm not gonna kill Brom just because.
What
I
if
don't like him.
we? What if
I
we
mean, I don't
killed
wanna kill Bram,
and then
but-
pretended to be Bram?
Wait, what?
What if we killed Bram
You guys are
secretly?
This is insane, and I'm not gonna do anything
And
with
then-
these plans.
I'm just saying, if we got Bram alone for approximately 60 seconds, I could
Or less.
absolutely, or less,
Or less.
absolutely convincingly pretend to be Bram.
You
And I
don't need
can-
Brom in any part of this plan. I still understand why Brom is plan.
No, Ambrose.
Mm.
I can just use this. And Ferric pulls out a small wooden box.
No,
Perfect.
I understand that, but there's no purpose of Brom in this whole plan.
Yeah, I don't think we should kill Bram anymore.
There's no
Bram's
need
here
for it.
though. He's already gonna perform. He's part of the plan.
But I want to.
Mhm.
Let's just let Bram perform and see what happens.
Yeah,
Yeah, honestly, and let's
Alright.
not get him killed. Do whatever we can to not let Brom be killed.
If there is already a plan in motion, it's too late to try something else at this time. Let's make do with what we can.
Plan.
Ah,
I mean, can I just go like pay 100 gold and use the box and see what happens?
No,
Why not?
because we don't want you to just be a test subject. On
I
something
mean,
that
all
you
my
don't know
memories
about.
are already gone. Like, what's one more?
Maybe you'll forget even more.
Maybe you'll
No.
only remember the life of the other person.
You'll be a husk.
Husk.
Oh, all right. I was just suggesting get close, get to know him, pay the gold. Be like, you're
Hey.
one of us. I could just go at the castle and be like, yo, I need.
Let's consult the group from now on, where we do future plans that include random. Like,
I
bystanders,
am
alright?
consulting. You guys said
Yeah,
no.
right, but before we do the whole manager, dual pianos thing, can we just
Flying fish.
flying fish? Okay,
Like,
stop doing it, guys. I don't. This is not a part of the plan.
I mean,
Um,
all right. Let's see what happens.
Fine, but we're not letting him die.
Okay, alright.
all right. I feel like we could let him die there. He seems terrible.
You're killing him. You're putting him in a position to get him killed.
Maybe we should wait until the Harbinger's out here next time and then break into the castle while he's not in it.
That's
Oh my god, that's such a good
Totally
idea, Pickles. Why
valid.
did you not talk me out of
Pickles.
this?
What a marvelous idea. All right. We'll
All
wait
right.
till the Harbinger's out.
I will keep up my plan with Brom. We will perform together.
And we can sneak in.
And
Well,
Bruce's
not
mouth is just
like
open.
tomorrow. Like, let's just figure out what's going on today.
Perfect.
Answer
Okay.
the plan.
Did
Just
any
go to
did any of
Brom
you
and
find
cancel.
out how often these ceremonies happen? Are they like a daily thing? Are they like a weekly thing?
Sounds
Are
like a
they-
weekly thing.
Pickles is just gonna walk up to a random dude. Yo, how often is the dude here if I want to get rid of my memories? I'm new to this. First time.
He'll be here soon. He shows up usually at about 9 p.m. every day, every
Every
other
day? Daily? Alright, every other?
Day.
Is there like a schedule posted somewhere on a door?
Not really. It's pretty much every day, but sometimes he doesn't come.
Well, that's rude of him. Does he
Is-
make you forget that too?
No, I mean, he's his own
Well,
man.
yeah, obviously not. You remember him. Okay.
He can do. I mean, he's providing a really good service to us. I mean, he deserves
yeah?
a day off every now and again if he wants.
That's true. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you. I was just gonna walk back to the group. It's basically every day.
Ferric is going to look at Ambrose. You killed somebody. Like, fine.
It's totally
Fine.
different.
Fine.
That was self-defense.
It was self-defense, I get
It
They were
wasn't.
pointing me out. Was trying to escape from a town that was
It
certified
wasn't
death.
self-defense.
Yeah, it was
Sure.
definitely. If it was happening to any of you guys, you would have done the same thing.
Mm-mm.
Yes, you would.
Ferric's going
Yes,
to Misty step onto a rooftop.
Bye.
And look out into the crowd, see if Ferric can see the stupid hat.
No, you don't yet. Ambrose, you just saw Brahm walk off not that long ago.
Can I remember where he was going?
He was heading towards the west.
I'm gonna go over there. I'll just walk. I'm gonna stealthily walk over there.
I'm gonna send a message cantrip over to Ambrose. What are you doing?
Are we letting this happen? Are you looking for Brahm?
Yes, I'm looking for Brahm. I'm gonna call this whole thing off.
He went over there. Trying to go find him.
Okay. Ferric will start like stalking the rooftops alongside Ambrose.
Yeah, it doesn't take too long. You guys eventually wander around to the west and you see him walk out of someone's house and he's like straightening his shirt and he zips his pants up.
I walk straight to Brahm.
Oh, hello, Ambrose. It's been
I put my hand on his shoulder. Coldest
Oh.
eyes you could think of. We're calling it off.
Oh. After all that convincing to get me to do it, now we're not doing it. I think I'm gonna just do it by myself.
Don't do it.
Ambrose, I trust you. Why should I not do this?
From the rooftop, you see Ferric making the flying fish hand signal.
Why do you want to do it, Brahm?
Well, your friend kind of called me a coward, and I mean, he didn't directly say it, but he pretty much said if I don't do it, I'm kind of, not worth my salt.
So, proving
So I have
liars
to
makes you feel
prove
better?
myself. Yeah, I mean, he shamed me publicly, so I have to prove to him, of all people, that I'm better than that.
You're better than this.
I'm
Just stop.
better than this? How much better do I have to be, Ambrose?
Not this, and I don't have the answer.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh God. Persuasion, where is that? Ooh, +1. 4.
I'm not sold. I think I will go solo.
Oh God.
Is there anyone around me?
Yeah, there's a couple of people walking by, but no one directly listening to your conversation over your shoulder or anything. Just one guy what are you guys talking about?
I push him away. I run towards Ferric as the moment that Brahm starts do whatever he's doing.
I'm on the rooftop, baby.
Yep.
Well, I'll wave.
I wave back.
I do like a try to message me thing because I don't have.
Oh yeah, I use message.
He's gonna do it. I told him not to, but he's gonna do it anyways.
Oh my god.
Should I just? I was just gonna beat him up and put him in a room, but there's too many people around.
Oh, what's the longest lasting like mind fuck spell that I have? I can only mind fuck him for like 1 minute.
Sure.
I can silence him and put him in a room.
Let's just tie him up.
I thought we were gonna let him go. What is going on?
Atreides is just watching all of this unfold and just mentally clocking he has to have some tactical conversations with the group.
Not happening. There's too many people around. I can't just grab him.
Guys, I feel like I want to get closer to the stage. I want to get closer to the stage.
Oh my god.
Yeah, as the night draws on, more and more people come. It's like, about 8-ish, and there's like a pretty sizable crowd that are just waiting.
Technical question, between the first conversation with Brahm and now, would there have there been any point in time where like Pickles and I just kind of like fucked off and like hung out at a bar or something like that?
Yeah, you could have done that right before you went looking for Ambrose.
Would that constitute a short rest?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Okay. Ferric is going to message to Ambrose. Catch me.
I put my hands out.
I misty stepped to right next to you. That was a joke, see?
Oh my god.
Bram, come here. Come here. Good friend. Flying fish.
Your friend Ambrose says that it's off.
Yeah. See, I have really bad diarrhea.
Oh.
Oh my god, Ferric.
And we cannot perform together.
Yeah, I think not. Not tonight.
And I think it's contagious.
Mm.
I'm worried that if I have diarrhea, and we talked earlier, Pickles already has diarrhea. I have diarrhea, yes, and we were in proximity. Ambrose probably has diarrhea right now. Like
I don't have diarrhea, fortunately.
Well, lucky for you. I feel great. I just saw my friend and we had dinner real quick, and I have no diarrhea yet.
I'm gonna try to use words of terror again.
Yes.
To convince Brom
Do it.
that he may in fact have diarrhea.
All right.
Must make a wisdom DC save of 17.
This is true terror, though. This is like
Yeah, this
true
is
terror.
terror.
He grabs his stomach and he's like, "Oh, now that you mention
Oh.
it, I don't know if I do feel very good.
Yeah, and who knows, if you went out there, you might have gotten killed, and people would have blamed me, and it would have been
Well, I would die of diarrhea.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you're looking pretty pale, bro.
Yeah, you
You're actually
look
not
terrible.
looking
You
so well.
should go home.
I should go to the doctor. It sounds like
You should get your
I
affairs
didn't
in
want
order.
to die of dysentery.
Yeah.
Is that what you
Yeah.
gave me, Fair? Jeez.
Yeah, totally. I gave you dysentery. Listen,
Mm.
I thought you only got that from drinking nasty water.
There are so many ways to get it, honestly.
Not
Oh.
washing your hands.
yeah. Did you wash your hands? Oh God, please tell me you washed your hands.
I don't remember when the last
Oh.
time I washed my hands was.
That's
Yeah, you
honestly
need to
on
go
you.
to the doctor right away, bud.
Yeah.
Did you eat and not wash your hands beforehand? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I just didn't. I didn't think about it.
Oh man, you look really sick.
Yeah, I'd better go. I don't know if there's anything they can do for me, but it's better than dying in my apartment.
I touch
Certainly.
Brom's forehead and see if he has a fever, and I go,
Don't touch
"Oh,
me."
man, you're burning up. I mean, you're sick. I'm fine."
He kind of looks really stark and pale, and he takes his hat off and says, "Oh, well, good day. I shall see you later, then, if I survive. If we all survive this horrible dysentery, well, I shall be off
I
then."
healing word him.
Yeah.
Awesome. At first level. So 12 points of healing.
I feel a lot better already. Actually, I might just... I don't know. I'm starting to feel pretty good.
Marvelous. We'll see you very far from now. Good night, Brom.
Yes, well, I see you later then. I'll see you around town.
Hmm.
Next, we'll have to rebook that performance.
No, okay, goodbye. And Adalia has hooked her arm through Ferrix. I really would prefer never to see that person again. Could we make
Well,
that
if-
work?
If people didn't have such hang-ups about, Brom doing Brom stuff and getting themselves killed, I mean, it's a light suggestion. I didn't be like, because I could make him do it. I really
I
can.
have absolute faith in you, darling, but no, thank you.
Two birds, no stones.
No stands.
I
No,
said
thank
that
you.
right?
You did. It was
Okay.
marvelous, darling. But we should go because I have no interest in any of that. But we do, in a few hours, need to be in the square.
No, it's like soon. It's really soon.
Very soon.
Yeah. So you
Uh,
guys go
yeah.
back to the square and wait.
Pickles
Get in
pushed
position.
her way all the way up to the stage.
Hmm.
Whether anybody followed her. Well, I mean, the only person left was Atreus, because
Yeah,
Adalia went to
Atreus
find...
Atreus would shadow Pickles, but he's not going to try to push his way through the crowd. He's just going to keep an eye on her.
All right. Well, I do think that as the sun goes down, everyone starts to gather, and a dark figure walks down from the castle row. There you see the gates open, and you see this strange, hunched figure that you've heard described, carrying a little silver box, and he's flanked by several men in white robes, or black robes, not white robes, black robes. And that is where we will end tonight's episode.
Oh,
I need to know what happens next. It's going to be very difficult.
Yeah, it's quite a cliffhanger, but it felt like the perfect time. Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks everybody for listening. We are live on YouTube every other Sunday at 7 p.m. EST. So it would be a week from when you're hearing it now. The next time we're going live is the 24th of September. Come hang out with us on Discord till then. Discord.gg/the Homebrew Podcast. We have plenty of pretty crazy stuff to talk about, I'm sure. We've got a really great community growing. Come jump in, check it out. I'm sure that everyone would love to hear about what you think if killing Brom was the good idea. I mean, I gotta admit, some of those ideas were pretty good, but I'm glad you didn't just murder him. If you've got a few extra Ordamali and silver lying around, go check out our Patreon. Patreon.com/thehomebrew. $2 gets you access to all kinds of cool stuff. This podcast is a homebrew podcast / live show. And our sponsor is FanRoll Dice. Go get yourself some dice. Use promo code Homebrew at checkout for 10% off anything on the store. And remember, you are loved. You are loved as much as the group loves to push Braum around, which is a pretty deep
So
love,
much.
it seems.
Oh yeah.
You are important. You are as important as the Harbinger. The Harbinger is like one of the most important people in this town. And you matter. You matter as much as the experiences that make you the person that you are. Don't forget the things that you've gone through. All right? They make you who you are. Don't do some sort of, what is it, spotless mind thing. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Don't erase your context. Your context is important.
Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night. We love you. Thank you for tuning in.